You have mentioned that you were shot sometime.
Yeah, I was.
Where were you shot?
On the head. He thought like he's the one who put the G in gangster.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when they say like the best lessons learned in life is through experience. I went to Canada, you know, it was all fun and games and everything.
Yeah.
Up until like after a year.
So what in the world takes you to Canada?
Okay, you want me to lie to you or be honest with you?
You can do both. Start with the lie first.
Yeah, bro, you know, love will make you do some crazy things.
You know, when you were not doing anything else and you were doing music, I think that was your happiest time.
It did, I won't lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, you know, the reason why I got the breakthrough is because I was very passionate about it.
Yeah.
And the man upstairs knew like, this guy's really passionate about this.
Did you have anybody to look up to, or were you the one setting the bar?
No, I was setting the bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but somebody had to do it.
This is a privilege. Hang out with the president himself.
Yes, sir. And thank you for hosting us, bro.
Are presidents this humble though?
I guess, you know.
Because I find it to be extremely humble, Prezzo. And I think it's a character trait that you don't see often nowadays. The politeness that you display, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Like, you know, at the end of the day, what I say is life is like a mirror. When you look into a mirror, you smile, you get a smile back. When you look into a mirror and you frown, you get a frown back, you see? And then growing up, you know, people mistake your kindness for weakness. So I always have my guards up, but then, you know, what you give is what you receive, basically.
Is this politeness something you got from somewhere?
From my mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mother is of Tanzanian origin.
Yes.
And I find Tanzanian people to always have that,
Yeah.
you know, character. Shikamo.
Yeah, Naomba. Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think she must have been a beautiful mother.
Yeah.
You know, of course, beautiful physically, but
Yeah.
also had a beautiful soul to impart this in you.
Absolutely, bro.
Were you punished growing up?
Oh,
Viboko or anything like
trust me, bro. Trust me.
Ever paint that picture for me, like the context in which you're growing up with your, you know, umefanya makosa, what happens?
Viboko. Especially like my mzee, tough love, bro. But the guy, you know, like with the same breath, like all he wanted was just good grades. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, act right in front of people, respectful. And I thank God for that. In the beginning, I never used to look at it that way. But then growing up, you know, I came to understand. And that's what like molded me into the man that I am now. You know what I mean? Prezz and Jackson are two totally different people. Prezz, you know, is that guy. Once the cameras roll, that's
Prezz comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This here is Jackson. You know what I mean?
And I'm happy I'm hanging out with Jackson today.
Trust me, bro.
But I think I've had the full ride of your experience ever since I was, I think, in grade 8. That's when you guys were in around 2003, 2002, 2001, around there.
Yeah.
That's when you basically raised us, you know, with your music, you know, you and your old crew, your friends.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that compliment, broski. So.
You're welcome, man.
And it takes one to know one too, brother. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, for you to say like, you know, humble, respectful, it takes one to know one, brother. Trust me.
I see what you did there. I don't know if my students would agree though.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know if they would agree.
But you see now, now it's you, right?
Yeah.
Your students look at you as professor.
Okay.
So
there's probably a barrier there that they're not able to cross.
There you
probably.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah. So you told me, I still want to go back to this, you know, Viboko situation. So when you mess up, does your mother or your dad grab a kiboko and then start spanking you, or is it orderly? They're like, you know, no. Jackson, today you made a mistake.
No. Bro, my father used to have a fan belt, you know, for the engine.
Yeah, the engine fan belt, yeah, I see that.
Especially for me. Trust me, bro. especially for me. So I used to know, like, hey, here,
Were you a difficult child?
yeah, trust.
Gave them a lot of trouble?
I did, but then they had the remedy for me,
The remedy was,
the fun build.
yeah.
Yeah. So whenever, like, I would do wrong, and then my pops disciplines me, my mom, she'd intervene and say, Makini, no, amesha kusikia.
Yeah.
But tough loving. And also, when my pops passed away when I was 13 years old, so when he passed away, my mom, she held fort.
She took over.
She took over. So she played both roles. And that's what molded me into the man that I am today. Trust, man.
So I think 13 is when the character of the boy is trying to understand themselves, trying to become a man.
Yeah.
And I think in that situation, there's a lot of confusion. Probably you have no idea what's going on
Absolutely.
with you. But
Yeah.
your mother did a beautiful thing.
She did. Trust me, bro. When I speak highly about my mother, right? People say, yeah, Prezzo is a mama's boy. I'm like, yeah, I am. Because I've seen what this lady has gone through, blood, sweat, and tears. Whatever I asked her for, she never denied me.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was just also play my part. You know what I mean? That's it. So I never shy away from expressing my love for her. I never shy away from protecting her. Keep in mind, like my mzee was Kikuyu, her being Tanzanian. When my mzee passed away, the whole clan from my dad's side, they were after her, trying to talk about Mali, sijui nini nini.
Yeah.
So it forced me to grow up before my time. Because, like, I was like, man, like, I'm going to ride or die for her,
Yeah.
And I was 13,
Yeah. I mean, I'm only imagining here you are a small kid and you have this old,
Yeah.
I would imagine, uncles or
Yeah.
cousins of your dad or whatever. And they're
Yeah.
like, they got to protect the property of their brother
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
this, foreign woman.
Yeah.
I think that's what they would probably say.
So check this out. My grandmother came, and she was persistent. She was like, yeah, So one time my mom was in the office.
Yeah.
She came home, took like the VCR at that time,
The VCR set.
took the TV.
This is your grandmother taking this stuff.
Yeah, from now my father's
From
mother.
that side, yeah.
Keep in mind, in Shags at that time, we didn't even have
There's
electricity.
no electricity.
Yeah, so you're trying to connect the dots, the math is not mathing. But what she did, she just said, you know what, achana now. Let them take it,
But aren't they taking the thing that you love the most? I'm imagining you're 13 years old, 14 years old probably, and the TV is probably your life then.
She calmed me down,
Okay.
She calmed me down, like, she was like, no problem. They took it, the next day she went, copped new ones, And later on, you just try and put everything together. You're like, you don't have electricity.
Yeah.
Like hii tamaa haitakupeleka pale popote,
The TV will probably still end, just gathering dust.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it did.
It's probably gathering
They
dust
didn't
today.
even know how to operate the blood clot thing.
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
But such is life, though. And I guess also my calmness also comes from the old lady.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I started picking traits from her. So I said, man, if she overcame all this, and then she carried on with the Makini Empire.
Yeah.
Man, the rest is history,
What would you think would have happened if the family would have been more friendly? If they would have, wanted to work together with your mom? How would the situation have played out eventually when you think about it?
It would have been a beautiful thing.
Are you close with your extended family from your dad's side now?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Is that something that you feel bad about?
Not at all, bro. Yeah, what you give is what you receive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not at all, bro. Even when we're having breakfast, you ask me about, who I'm close with.
Yeah.
I told you, just one from my mom's side and one from my dad's side, period.
The guy from your dad's side, is it the guy who stood by you, or how did you guys
No,
connect?
actually, he's way younger than me.
Oh,
but, because of my tattoos and everything, they used to look at me like as the black sheep.
Yeah.
So they would judge me, like. So I said, okay, cool. If you're gonna judge me, then hey, go for it. take your best shot, you know.
Yeah.
But then these two are the ones who understood me,
Mm-hmm.
and these two are the ones who would even defend me in my absence.
Mm-hmm.
Like absence, I mean family meetings and everything. Then they'd be like, "Yeah, you know, get your ABC." They'd be like, "No, no, no. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, you should get to know Ngecho instead of you,
Judging him.
yeah, judging him." So for that reason, you know, it just you can't force things in life.
I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And in the sense that people with tattoos and people with
Dreadlocks.
they get judged very harshly
Trust
in
me.
life.
Trust me, man.
But I also think that these are the folks who are the friendliest, the calmest. I mean, look at you right now.
Trust me.
Is your entire body covered in tattoos? Do you have a picture anywhere on the internet showing your upper body, at least?
No, not at all, because I don't have a 6-pack.
Oh, okay, I see.
But then I got a question though. If say, do you drink?
No, I don't drink,
Okay, say if
but I do hang out with folks who drink.
okay, so say for example, if you're offered like a 6-pack of Tusker or a whole crate, what would you go for?
Probably a whole crate if I was drinking.
There you go, and I have a crate. I ain't got no 6-pack.
Oh man, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, so the reason I'm asking is your entire body is covered in tats. I remember, is it covered in tats like your? I would imagine from your
No,
belly
I just
your
have one
chest?
in on the back.
So you don't have nothing on the internet of even your back.
No, no, no.
Okay.
No.
So I remember you with only one tat, your dad's tat on your biceps.
Yeah.
Not your bicep, but your shoulder.
Yeah.
But I think after that you probably got others. So do all these tats mean something to you?
Absolutely, all of them. All of them.
Are you able to tell us?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's start with
on
the
air.
one from the back.
Let's do it on air.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's make it interesting.
All right.
All right. Let's do it on air.
What does that mean?
Let's do it on air once we start shooting.
Oh, we are shooting already.
Oh, are you serious?
We've been going for 12 minutes now.
God damn it. Okay. I get you. So what was the question again?
So the question was your tats.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them.
All of them, they have meanings, you know, and I believe, like, at the end of the day, you know, like, tattoos are a way of expressing yourself, you know. So all my tattoos, like, you know, all of them have meanings. This here is my daughter. I got my pups, you know. I have blessed on my chest, you know. So it's a reminder, constant reminder every
you're
time
blessed.
that I'm blessed. So, you know, it's the power of the tongue,
Yeah.
you know. In Tanzania, they have like names, you know, za Kiswahili.
Yeah.
So you might find, like, you know, somebody named their child Shida or Tabu. Okay? When you name your child Shida or Tabu, you best believe that child is going to go through Shida
Hey.
and Tabu.
You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Yeah.
Some guy called Nimrod Tabu.
Nimrod Tabu.
Yeah.
Is he going through Tabu?
I hope not.
Okay. Nimrod, if you're watching, man, you know, hang in there.
Yeah, man.
But, you know, it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
The more you keep calling somebody like Shida, Tabu, you know, that person is going to go through.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I saw your daughter's footprint on
Yeah.
your. So did you take an actual size of a footprint when she was young and then imprint it there?
Yeah, when she was 6 months old.
That's beautiful.
That's the 15-year-old we're talking about.
You want to put it against the camera like this? So
Yeah,
your
sure.
camera
Which
there.
camera? That
So
one?
this camera here,
Okay.
camera one. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh yeah, it can be seen right there.
So it says, my princess Zari Boke Makini, footprints to my heart, right? She was 6 months old, and that's the date of birth, right?
That's
But
beautiful.
if you look at the feet, right? This one is here. If this one comes here, and this one comes here, and so on, it'll end up in my heart. Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful way of expressing love for your daughter.
Absolutely.
We're probably going to come back to her if you're comfortable talking about it. But I think back here I see Mama Africa.
Yeah, Mama Africa.
Okay.
So if you can see, like, there's a map of Africa.
Yeah.
Right? And it says Mama Africa, right? And then here I have Mau Mau, True Heroes.
Yeah.
And then there's a Kenyan map. And then there's, like, you know, two hands with the handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, mimi ni mzalendo.
Very, very patriotic, man.
Very, bro. You can even tell even when I went to Big Brother, right? Or you would never see me without like the Kenyan flag.
Yeah.
I mean, my T-shirts, my coffee mug, everything was Kenyan.
Yeah.
So, mi ni mzalendo, bro.
We're gonna come back to your patriotism.
Yeah,
At the back, you have a tattoo as well.
yeah.
What is that?
I have JM, right?
So your initials to your name.
Yeah, but I'm a very big fan of Scarface, the movie.
Al
So,
Pacino.
Yeah. Say
Let's put
hello
that
to
up.
my little friend. Yeah. So you see the T and the M.
Yeah.
So I just converted the T into a J, but the same fonts, you know. Yeah. I watched Scarface like 1,010,000 times.
Is your most favorite movie?
It is.
Man, I'm realizing that your tattoos are very intentional. I mean, I've talked to a bunch of people with tattoos.
Yeah.
Some of them have some sort of intention with them. Some of them are just, like I just have it because it's nice to have.
Yeah.
But I feel like for you, it is very intentional.
Yeah.
Sitting down and enduring the pain of getting the tattoo on, I think of that is very painful. But let's talk about your patriotism.
Yeah.
I like in your city, that's I think it's done in your home or
Yeah.
your studio, something like that.
Yeah. At my crib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the first time I'm led into your crib.
Yeah.
And you have a massive. So I thought that was Esther's home.
Yeah.
I was like, so this guy has a portrait of
Moi.
Moi behind him. So I was like, he probably got it and put it there just for the
Yeah.
as a prop.
Yeah.
And then as you go down, I learned actually this is
Yeah.
Prezz's home.
Yeah.
And you have a massive photo. The photo is so humongous. It's a painting, right?
Yeah.
It's humongous, man. That thing is even bigger than Moi himself.
Yeah. Yeah. I have two actually.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry to cut you. I have one at the office.
Yeah.
My office is down the road from you.
Okay.
And I have another one at home. You know, so like Moi, I believe like some countries, right? They just need like dictatorship for things to go swell. I'll give you an example. See like Saddam Hussein, when they invaded Iraq, right? They invaded and said, this guy has, weapons of mass destruction and what. But then after they invaded and got rid of him, what really happened to Iraq though?
I think Iraq is in tatters right now.
You get me?
Yeah.
I'll give you a second example, right? Gaddafi, the same thing,
Yeah.
right? So, for things to be in a straight and narrow, sometimes you need a dictator, But that's not why I got love for Moi. I got love for Moi because number one, I grew up with like maziwa ya Nyayo every Friday in school.
Yeah. I never got my Joab Nyayo.
Yeah, because,
You drank all of it. You and your folks drank all of it.
trust me.
Yeah.
So there's just, at the end of the day, you have to look at things from different perspectives. Like, nobody...
I want to push back on that.
Sure.
And I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No worries, brother.
Someone could easily say this Mazoenyao thing is very shallow to forgive Moi for the atrocities that he did.
Yeah.
Because then again, I mean, growing up with all this loving family, you had Maziwa at home.
Yeah.
So why would you love Moi so much simply because he gave you 300 milliliters of milk?
Yeah, because he didn't have to. But he did, though. And keep in mind, in primary school, you would look forward to Fridays because that's when the maziwa ya Nyayo used to come through. So there's some people who were rough, rugged, and raw. They'd get the maziwas and they start fighting each other with maziwa ya Nyayo, right?
Yeah.
Others would drink it, but the guy used to provide the maziwa ya Nyayo, And, truth be told, when you look at even like the infrastructure in East Africa, Kenya is always and has always been ahead of time.
Yeah.
If you go to our neighbors in Uganda, you've been to Kampala before?
Yeah, I've been to Kampala before.
Have you
a couple
seen the
times.
infrastructure?
Man, there's a little struggle there.
Not a little, bro. Stop being diplomatic. Not a little.
Well, given that they have a president who's been in power for so long,
1986.
and the guy prime minister, I saw a photo of a guy who's campaigning.
86, yeah.
Do you see the guy? He can't speak. He can't
He's called
do anything.
Juma. Yeah, he God forgive me. He looks like a retard, bro.
It's interesting, man.
Yeah, he's called something Juma. I forgot his name, but I did my research on him because when I saw footage of him on social media, I was like, and then like literally he cannot even talk.
Yeah.
So the footage that I saw, he had this hanky, and he shoved it in his mouth.
The entire thing. I saw the video too.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
And why is it people?
He's called something Juma.
I've seen the guy and I'm wondering why would people go to that extent of supporting this guy?
Yeah.
The guy simply cannot help you. He can't even help himself.
Yeah, trust me.
He has no business being a member of and
Yeah.
and I think the reason is that he is old. I mean, granted that there's people with disabilities who can be in parliament, they can represent you.
Right.
But this guy was okay for a very long time.
Absolutely.
And whatever he's going through right now, I think is a contribution of his age plus many other things that he's probably going through.
Absolutely.
So I think he should take it easy and step down and let other people take over.
Yeah, broski, check this out. Like, some things, right? You try and see where the person is coming from.
Yeah.
Right? So I analyzed this guy. That's why I just forgot his first name, but his second name is Juma.
Yeah.
So I looked at him and I said, man, really? Like, seriously? Because if you saw that footage of him chewing the handkerchief, broski, and you expect this guy to be a leader, right? Sometimes, they say a good dancer knows when to leave the stage.
Yeah, man. I think the guy's not a good dancer.
And also, Museveni as well, his time is done, So I saw this post. The guy said, I just want you guys to give me one more term. And then after that, I'll let you guys be.
Yeah, he said that I still have things to do for Uganda. And I'm like, what is this you have to do, man? You're 86 years old.
Yeah.
But you are giving credit to Moi for what then? The development that he did in Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, us guys are so advanced, bro. I won't even lie to you. And, the good thing is, like, when you talk about Moi, right, we have to think about the good and not just the bad, right? So whenever people would touch down Nairobi, they feel like, hey, you're in Nairobi.
Yeah.
When you touch down in Uganda, I have nothing against, my Ugandan brothers and sisters. But, man, first and foremost, the airport is not even in town. The airport is like in Limuru.
Yeah, it's in Entebbe. I think it's a couple of kilometers away. It's another city altogether. Yeah.
So, for some people like us, right? The younger me, that is, us guys, weren't really good, weren't good at timekeeping. So you're late for your flight, and then you're thinking you're going to Entebbe. That's like another probably give or take, 45 minutes? It's a lot, bro. So
I found the guy is called General Moses Ali.
Oh, Ali, man.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I don't know why like that word Juma.
Ali and Juma.
I knew it
quite
was just
similar.
a Muslim name. Yeah.
He's a very interesting character, though.
He is, trust me.
But credit to, the credit that you give Moi is valid. I still think that people would fight you for that. Do you ever get people fighting you?
Oh, man, everybody's entitled to their own opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to agree with what I say. I don't have to agree with what you say. But, at the end of the day, like, if we lay our cards on the table, then, I can, naweza kukubaliana na wewe kwa kitu kimoja.
Yeah.
Wewe unaweza kukubaliana na mimi kwa kitu kimoja. But then, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And one thing about me is I stopped caring what people think of me.
Yeah.
As long as, brother, I've not disrespected you, man, hey, it's cool. That's just my opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And some people feel like they are entitled to respect even when they don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And in this way, they want you to agree with their opinion.
Yeah.
And it simply doesn't matter, really.
Yeah.
You know what I normally say? Sometimes I used to be afraid of people's opinions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then one morning I was like, man, I'm 35 years old now.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm 35 now. This guy has never fed me a single day
Yeah.
my entire life.
Thank you.
Why am I so afraid, man? Why am I so scared of what he thinks about me?
Yeah.
And ever since I realized that, and that was when my daughter was born 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was so free. I felt brave then to express myself, to leave Because I
Yeah.
feel before that, I was living in a cocoon,
Yeah.
for other people's beliefs and dreams and
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah.
I
Trust
think,
me.
and I think it's important. It's important that you came out of that cocoon.
Absolutely.
I'm an Nakuru guy. You went
Yeah.
to Greenstead. I think you've said that
Yeah.
that you went to Greenstead International. Is it called International Academy or just Greenstead School?
Green says
Yeah,
school.
yeah. So you're in Greenstead.
Yeah.
Was the experience of being in Greenstead? And I asked you this earlier because you told me that one of your family members is in school right now, courtesy of a music scholarship.
Yeah.
So I was asking you if you were in school also, courtesy of a music scholarship.
Unfortunately not. Because at that time, even when you tell your folks, like, I'm into music, right? You remember that fan belt I told you about?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
yeah.
Music.
You gotta be serious.
Yeah, you know what I mean? When you say, I'm into football, I'm into sports,
Yeah,
they wouldn't understand you. So it was like, focus on your academics and everything.
yeah,
But then, with all honesty, all the things that we were taught, like in high school, right? Man, if I speak for myself, I haven't really implemented nothing that I learned.
yeah. The stuff you learned in school was just to fill books and
Yeah, it's
spend time.
system. It's the system.
That you just gotta follow.
Yeah, that you just gotta follow.
So you are telling me that going to Greenstead at that time didn't even have didn't have an opportunity for you to develop your musical career. There was no like music classes or
No, there was.
Okay.
There was, but you see, instrumentals.
Oh, so you're there like piano and
Yeah.
guitar and
Yeah.
trumpet, trombone.
Yeah, but that wasn't my thing though.
Yeah.
My thing was music. Like, I wanted to do rap music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if you bring rap, wouldn't you introduce this to school at all? I mean, would you rap amongst your peers?
Yeah. During talent shows,
Yeah.
everybody was given a chance to showcase their talent.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, all the talent shows, like everybody knew. Anybody who went to Greenstead with me would tell you, this guy was really into this thing, because like I wasn't doing my own songs at that time, but I would like do like say the Tupac Shakurs and the Dr. Dre's and stuff,
Yeah.
and I would still win
The competitions.
each and every one of them. So
Yeah, because you were so good.
I did, trust me.
How old are you at this time? Probably a teenager.
13. Because when my pops passed away, I was in Greensteads,
Yeah.
so since 13, yeah, and I kept going, each and every talent show. So whoever wins the talent contest, right, would be crowned
cred.
Mr. Greensteads, and the ladies will be
Miss.
Miss Greensteads, you
Yeah.
know.
And you also get some street cred to go with it within the institution itself.
Oh man, the street cred has always been there.
Even
Trust.
without the performance.
Even without the performance.
How does that come about? Is it because of who you are generally, the aura that you ooze around you?
The aura and, rap music brought me up,
Yeah.
the Tupacs and the Biggies. So for me, like that, it was instilled in me, and keep in mind, I didn't have a father figure.
Yeah.
So whatever I would hear through music is what molded me into
Into who you are.
Yeah.
So someone would say,
sorry,
okay, no worries,
like
go on.
I got people who I bump into, and they'd be like, "Man, thank you for making our childhood." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they say stuff like that, it touches a soft spot in my heart, because I know a couple of rappers who made my childhood, and I would listen to the songs, So when people say, Prezz is a mama's boy, right? I say, okay, cool. Look at Tupac, right? Tupac was like, rough, rugged, and raw. For lack of better words, like he was a thug, right? But he's the same person who sang Dear Mama. You know what I mean? I fast forward when I did my first album, I have a song called Malaika Mama. You know what I mean? So you can't really put it into words, man.
It's a good thing that you kind of answered what I was going to ask you, because someone would say that rap music back then was a showcase of Black American gang culture
Yeah.
with a lot of violence and guns and all sort of things that would not be considered positive probably in
Right.
society. And so I was struggling to reconcile with the fact that you are a very soft-spoken person, very polite person.
Yeah.
But then you explained it because these folks also have a polite side to them.
Trust,
and,
man.
And that makes you who you are then.
Trust.
When your mom is walking into the living room and is watching you on TV or whatever, you know, looking at Tupac with all these girls shaking their asses and you're over with guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She didn't feel some type of way?
That I would never do in front of her. I'll give you one instance.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that song, Hit 'Em Up?
Yeah.
You know, like somebody gave me the tape. So
It was tapes back then, VCR tapes.
yeah, you know.
You were living ahead of your time, man.
Yes, sir. You know, I put it in the car, and you know I was listening to Hit 'Em Up, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened, man. Like I got carried away. I left the car, and then I totally forgot about that tape. So when we were going back home from the office, when my mom turned on the ignition,
The tape was playing.
yeah, you claim to be a player, but we bless somebody. Hey, should I get you? Ini nini unasikiliza, you know? I'm
Yeah.
like, see mimi.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. It's the radio.
Yeah, so, you know, like, I wouldn't really be watching, like, you know, those kind of videos when she's around.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went by, you know, she came into terms with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to avoid those kind of, you know, it's like how as an African family, you're sitting there and you're watching a movie, and then this time we're kids, right? And then they start kissing. You know, when they start kissing,
very
you
uncomfortable,
just,
man.
Yeah, you look away, you know. And they're just kissing, you know.
Yeah.
So
If it gets any more ratchet than that, then the whole movie is evil.
Trust
We're
me.
gonna, turn it off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that was kind of like the same situation around it.
Same.
You were treading carefully.
yeah, absolutely, bro. I told you my folks were really strict on me, and even when my pops wasn't there, my mom, she had to hold fort, you know.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I always had to trade carefully, you know.
So let's imagine that, whatever your family member has right now, so having a musical scholarship was offered to you
Yeah,
at that age, at 13 years old.
yeah.
How do you think that would have turned Prezzo around?
Oh man, it would have really, because, I believe, let's say like we're parents now. So if your child is good at something, be it football, basketball, cricket, rugby, music, support the child in that, you
Yeah.
know, because you see the likes of Kina, Denis Oliech, Mariga, they proved that, your talent can take you to further heights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They've proved that, football was not something to just play around with.
Yeah, yeah.
It can actually turn out to be a great career.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
You
so
know?
what you're saying is that during your time, folks saw that music or soccer or whatever was nothing. It was
Yeah.
just a games to play around.
Yeah, Kwanzaa, like music, they would think like, oh, this guy uses drugs. This guy, this guy. But in all reality, that wasn't the case. Matter of fact, when I started music now professionally, it actually toned me down so many notches.
Yeah.
Because now I had something that was occupying my time. Instead of being in the clubs and partying and everything, I'd be in a studio somewhere trying to record some music.
Yeah.
It really toned me down. So
And you became better that way.
I became better that way.
Because, what I was thinking here is if that path was offered to you, it would have nurtured your music even better. Because I'm wondering when you start music in this country
Yeah.
during your time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Keishaka was already there, probably.
Yeah, 100%.
Who then would you say was your role models? Anybody who was holding your hand to guide you along, so that you can know what you're doing
Locally or?
locally? Did you have anybody to look up to, or were you the one setting the bar?
No, I said in the bar.
Yeah.
Because you see, when I started music, you had to come from the ghetto
Yeah.
for you to be accepted as a rapper. So when I came back, the flight from Canada to Nairobi, in the flight, I was like, man, they ain't even ready for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew, I'm going to get a lot of backlash and everything. But man, I was like, man, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. But
Yeah.
I was on a mission. And guess what? I accomplished that mission. I changed the narrative. Like, Prezz brought the show into the business.
Yeah.
You
And I
know?
think you did a very good job with that because the industry was revolutionized, I think, around the time, you and, your CMB colleagues.
Please say that again. The
The industry was revolutionized by Prezz.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not thumping my chest or anything, but it's just the truth, though. At times you have to call a spade a spade. So my mission was to open up the doors for the next generation.
Yeah.
So the next generation can open up doors for the next generation, and so on and so on and so forth. So when I see people like youngins getting paid, when I see youngins like, driving fancy cars, when I see them living in good houses, right? That is the joy, and that was part of the mission. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like to say that we were like the Mau Mau of the music industry.
You were the revolutionists of the music industry.
Yeah, not just me single-handedly.
Yeah, but you and
Yeah.
the entire crew. So
Nonini, Nameless, Juakali, even Keishake and Necessary Noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
let me take you back to something you just mentioned here, Canada. I hear you talking about Canada a lot.
Yeah.
Something you and I have in common is the fact that we're both Kenyan and we've been in Canada at some point in our lives.
Yeah.
So you are seemingly making it here. I mean, you have some sort of pathway charted out in your mind. So what in the world takes you to Canada?
Okay. You want me to lie to you or be honest with you?
You can do both. Start with the lie first.
No. I'm just going to go with the truth. Because they say the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
So, my ex-wifey was my high school sweetheart,
Yeah.
right? So, we finished O-level. She started going to Alliance Francaise. And then, like, we were like this, right? Then, the folks found out that, she was dating this goon, right? So the folks decided to take her to Canada.
Run away from this guy.
Yeah, away. So I remember, like, our love was so intense, right? And when she was leaving, like, she was all emotional, and so was I. So I told her, I'm like, yo, so where you going to? She's like, I don't even know, They haven't told me where I'm going to. And that's why I told you, when I heard of Canada, right, I used to know Toronto
And Vancouver.
and Vancouver.
From the news at 1:00 when they talk about the weather, I think, in those
Yeah.
cities. Yeah.
When I had Calgary, I was like,
Where is that?
where is that? But I was like, scratch that. As long as you're going there, then I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up in Canada.
So
Things
how do you
do.
break this news to your parents? That
Oh, my mom knew my girlfriend
okay.
from the word jump. She knew my girlfriend
And she was supportive of the relationship, I believe.
very much so.
Is that because the girlfriend toned you down too?
I guess for her, she just always wanted to see me happy.
I see.
Whatever made me happy, right? That's why I got so much love and respect for her.
Yeah.
She told me, she's like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. And I wasn't even staying in hostels, bro. I had an apartment. Like,
You're living like a king.
I used to tell people I'm from Africa, and they'd be like, get out of here.
Because they thought Africans were so poor they couldn't afford to
Yeah.
live like you were living.
Yeah, literally.
Paint that picture for me. So you arrive at the airport. Does your girlfriend come pick you up, or how do you?
Absolutely. Protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for you to get the visa, I had to do a medical and everything.
Yeah.
So my medical was taking too long. So every time I go, they'll be like, yeah, every time I go, they'll be like, yeah, your medical, we're not certain because, your lungs.
Yeah. TB is always a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, we do the test. So there's this one test that they inject this medicine.
Yeah, and then it creates a lump, sort of. They will see how it reacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, after that, it took me like 6 months
For
to
you to
get
get
that visa.
Yeah.
But you know who was my number one advocate? Because every time, I'd go there, I'd come back home, with a moody face.
Yeah, stressed.
Yeah, so my mom's one time, she said, enough is enough, let's go. So, my mom, she said, I'd like a translator, please.
Yeah.
So the translator came and she's like, listen, whatever I say, don't sugarcoat anything. I want you to say it verbatim. The way I say it is how you're supposed to translate it.
To the visa officer or whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the medical officer.
Man, I've never seen her go off like that.
Yeah.
She's
What'd she
like-
say?
She's like, I don't understand why you're stalling with my son's visa. Tell him. Okay, no, hold on. She's like, mwambie sielewi kwa nini wanamcheleweshea mwanangu visa. She's saying she doesn't understand why you guys are stalling her son's visa.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just said come back after a week.
And just like that, the visa was ready.
Just like that.
Some of the medical results hastened out of the blues.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
So when I got the visa, because, every time I would have like the appointments, of course I'd communicate with who? With Shorty.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, so they told me to come back after a week. They're like, okay, cool. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. After a week, and then I have to call her again. They're like, yo, they said I come back after a month. She's like, man, are you serious? And that time, the apartment that I'm talking about was already being paid for.
Or you already booked the apartment from here.
Yeah.
In anticipation of...
She got it for me.
Oh, I see.
Bro, and I'm talking about, the suburbs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know Calgary that well. I would have, mentioned some of the suburbs. I have a friend of mine who lives there. I go visit her sometime.
Suburbs. There's a place called Signal Hill.
Signal Hill.
Just listen to the name, Signal Hill.
Yeah, man. Well, the signals comes first.
You know what I'm saying? So, all this time, like when the visa was being stalled, she used to pay for that apartment and nobody was staying there because my girlfriend was in the hostels and everything.
Yeah.
So even the landlord, like, it got to a point, he was like, yo, what's going on? Because you all are paying for this house and I don't see
Nobody's
anybody
staying
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suburbs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you end up. So she picks you up from the airport when you land. So first of all, when you finally get the visa, how is that feeling like?
Oh man, bro, yo, hey, watch it too.
Are you thinking of going and coming back at this point, or you're just thinking of just going and being wherever your girlfriend is? Well, the future doesn't matter.
Yeah, bro. Love will make you do some crazy things. So for me, all I wanted was just to be next to the person who I love at that time.
Yeah.
The rest didn't matter. When I got the visa, bro, I gave out everything that I had, including like the car that I was driving at that time.
You gave it out to like a friend or like for money?
My cash. No, not for
Or
money.
your CMB folk?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fully loaded too, I was like, man, you guys are, your press can I'm like, please.
Take
yes.
it.
Yeah, bro.
You gave all your chains and your whatever
No,
to...
no.
Okay.
I wasn't that generous,
With the chains you gotta keep. But your clothes, everything...
But the whole crew, whatever I had, that's how the name Prezzo came about.
Yeah.
Whatever I had, my whole crew had to...
Get it.
Yeah. If I shine, the whole team shines.
Yeah.
Hence-
Whoever's hanging around the president's gotta look good too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
You're gonna say hands something.
Hence the name
Prezzo.
Cash Money. Yeah. Cash Money Brothers and Prezzo.
CMB was made up of you, Feroz, and Nazizi.
No.
No Nazizi.
Me, Feroz, Kevin, Oscar,
Okay.
But Nazizi has always been a sister. You know what I'm saying? So, but Nazizi also, like, she just used to know, like, because Nazizi, her, she was more street than us,
Yeah.
Us guys, were uptown and everything.
Yeah.
But Naz, like, Naz would go to the
Everywhere.
ghettos and,
Yeah.
Naz is a Rasta, So as much as, she was uptown and everything, but her, she used to find her way. She used to mingle around the hoods and everything. But us guys,
you guys wouldn't.
Yeah.
You guys were of the uptown, and
Yeah, uptown.
that's where you were. But somehow even the guys in the hood connected with you guys still.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we used to go to the hood, but you know, we would go to the hood behind the scenes, but on the scenes, right?
You were always
we were
uptown.
Uptown, yeah.
Yeah. So when you're leaving your crew to go to Canada, isn't your crew like, man, how are we gonna survive? How is this gonna be?
So when I went there, I told them, I'm like, yo, so this is the plan, right? I'm gonna make sure each and every one of us end up there.
Yeah.
So I succeeded with two of my brothers from CMB. One of them was called Ronald, and the other one was called Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin Stousey.
Are they still in North America?
No, Ronald came back, but Kevin is still in North America to date. You know, so I succeeded with those two. You know, the others, you know, as much as I tried, it didn't work out, and I was like, man, you know, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
But you know, we would be in contact like each and every single day. I'd be calling them, yo, what's up? How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you are in Canada, are you still rapping?
Yeah.
Before you go to Canada, had you produced anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your first album, what year does it come out? Or was it just?
2004.
But you were in Canada after. So
Before.
this was produced after you came back from Canada.
Yeah.
So before you went to Canada, it's just like EPs.
No, before I went to Canada, I did Naleta Action.
Oh, Naleta Action was before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, you mentioned CTA earlier on.
Yeah.
So A-Star used to have this website called Kenyan Madness, right? So Kenyan Madness, you know, like A-Star used to like, you know, support so much local talent.
Yeah.
That time there's no even industry. So me and A-Star, we went to the same high school together. So A-Star was in South Africa. I would call him up, I'd be like, yo, so I have this song. Why don't you put it on Kenyan Madness? So that's the first platform that I had, like.
That's why you put Naleta Action.
Naleta Action, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
I see. That gave you the platform for you to, showcase what you had to the world, showcase Kenya to the world.
Yeah, and it had so much traffic.
Yeah.
Shout out to A-Star, you know, like, let's give props to A-Star.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Homeboy, because, man, you know, like, he's always been passionate about music, you know, from the word jump. Before I went to Canada, we used to go to his house in the living room. You know, once the folks have gone, we'll go there, you know. There was a brother called Gitura.
Yeah.
He had a keyboard and everything. So we used to record, like, you know, with tapes and everything, radios.
With the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dab into the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came up with a couple of very nice songs. Very, very nice songs.
That probably would never see the light of
They wouldn't. Yeah. But, you know, there's this one lady, I can't remember her name. She had this song, I'm sure I've been thinking of, like, biting her lyrics. She was singing in Kikuyu, but the hook was so catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it didn't see time or day. It was only on
the
Kenyan
tapes.
Madness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what happened to Kenyan Madness? Do you know?
I think after some time, honestly, like, once I got back here and I started, like, playing my music in radio stations.
Radio, yeah.
Then, yeah, you know.
Yeah, moved to the next level now. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
like
a stepping stone.
Yeah, I was
to get
like,
to the
man,
next level.
Yeah, I was like, A-Star, I love you, brother, but peace and I'm out.
Yeah.
You know? But he really, really pushed it. That's why even when he asked me to do that CTA,
Yeah.
you know, when he asked me, he said, so can we do this, this, and that? I thought it was just going to be a one session kind of thing. So the first time, I didn't make it. The second time, because, you know, I think to myself, I'm like, man, you know, do I really? But then I thought of how he had my back before the whole music thing.
Yeah.
I said, man, it's only fair for me to meet the brother halfway. And I told him, I'm like, you know, I'm just going to be an open book. So
Ask her anything.
Yeah.
How does he normally run CTA? Do you sit there and he has this a list of questions for you?
Yeah.
Or does he like go wherever you go is where I go, like the way I do it?
No. He had a list of questions, but keep in mind we went to high school together.
Yeah.
So there's some things he would ask me, and I just want to bust out laughing because he knows
He knows
like
the
back
detail.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, so Jackso, Prezzo.
Yeah.
So remember when you and this and that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, man, you know the detail.
Yeah. But I actually enjoyed it because I had this chance to express myself.
Yeah.
Most of the times, when you go for interviews, you have limited time. So they're like, yo, so tell us, what are your government names? My name, and keep in mind I talk slow. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm like, my name's Jackson Getcho McKinney. When did you start music? I started music time?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's play this up.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Jackson. Well, that was Jackson. But with CTA, I had a chance to actually express myself.
Yeah.
And people got to see the real Jackson.
The real you.
Yeah.
I think that was also the first time that I got to see you. I remember I was driving the first time I listened to your city. I think A-Star breaks it into a bunch of episodes or sections.
Yeah,
so I was driving from Toronto to Ottawa.
Yeah.
That's a 5-hour drive, including stops, so maybe a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
And I listened to the thing the entire way, man.
Yeah. A-Star was having a time of his life because, as it went by, he'd make sure he cuts it where he leaves people in suspense.
Yeah.
So when you go through the comments, people are like, can you please release the next episode already?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just, I appreciated the fact that this brother gave me a chance to express myself. And my brother also appreciated the fact that his numbers, numbers don't lie.
Yeah. The numbers shot up.
Yeah, once we finished shooting that CTA, A-Star was like, man, I don't know where I'm going to go from here because you've raised the bar up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
And I think it is beautiful when we can always go back and support the people who held our hands, when we needed them.
Absolutely.
So let's go back to Toronto, to Calgary. So you are arrived in Calgary. Your girlfriend picks you up.
Yeah.
How is life in Calgary like? Is there any culture shock at all, or
no? Because I was already exposed. There was no culture shock whatsoever. And when I got there, for me, it was a long time coming. Yeah. I remember one time, like one of my uncles, he sat down with me and he told me, "Where shida yako ni nini kusema kweli?" Because my uncle had been abroad before, he was in Sweden.
Yeah.
So he goes like, "Where shida yako ni nini? Like, you're really fighting for this visa, like, your life depends on it." So, at that age, I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, what's this old man telling me?
Are you what, like 19, 20-ish, thereabout?
Yeah.
Just after high school, thereabout.
Yeah,
18.
I was like, what's this old man telling me? Like, yo, when you went to Sweden, did I interfere with you?
Nobody asked you.
Yeah, so please. Of course, not in those words, but, and the guy's like, listen, you have everything you need here. Do you know how life is out there? I'm like, did I ask you for your opinion?
Yeah.
So whatever he was saying was going into one ear and out the other. And when they say like the best lessons learned in life is through experience. I went to Canada, it was all fun and games and everything.
Yeah.
Up until like after a year. And then when I went there, it was during summertime.
Yeah.
So it was fun and games. When winter checked in, I'm like, well.
What is this?
Yeah, that's my first experience in winter, right? I'm like, yeah,
Do you remember your first major snowstorm?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really. I was just caught up in the mix, bro. I was young. I had this apartment. I was with the love of my life, you know. So ain't nothing anybody would have told me.
Yeah, you were living life. I mean, you were happy.
I was
in short.
happy, yeah.
And so even if it was cold, because winter gets real cold in Calgary.
Very cold.
Did you ever go hiking in the Rockies at all?
No. You know, that's for the white folks, you know. Not at all.
So you were always in the city, within the vicinity of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so paint your life in Calgary for me. So what is life like? Are you going to school at all? Are you going to class?
Yeah.
Are you keeping up with the grades?
Yeah. So, you know, when we were here, like my mom's told me, she's like, when we get there, okay, once you settle in everything, I'm going to make sure, you know, I've gotten you a car. I'm going to make sure this, and that, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, where that whole story came from. But then, so she's already instilled it in my head that she's going to get me a car. And so
Yeah.
I can picture it, bro, you know, like. So even like when I was driving here, I was trying to say like, oh, they drive on the other side.
So sometimes you drive on the right side over here. Because that's what
Literally.
they do over there.
At night, yeah, when there's no cars,
Yeah.
I would try it out, you know. So when we got there, all of a sudden things changed. She's like, so I want you to get accustomed to everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Nairobi, and then when I come back is when I'm gonna get you this car.
Yeah.
I said, man, but that's not what the agreement was, though. Hold up, cut the cameras, cut the lights, you know.
Yeah.
I said, cool, no worries. The best part is like my mom's, she used to take it like if she gives me $10,000, yeah. She used to take it like she's giving me 10,000 shillings.
Yeah.
So she stuck my bank account. So I was like, all right, cool. So you're not gonna give me a car, huh?
But you gave me $10,000 here.
No. It was more than that, broski.
Yeah.
It was more than that.
Yeah.
So everything all said and done, she went back. As soon as she was on the flight, the next day I was at the dealership. Yeah.
What's your first car? What's the kind of car you bought, if you remember?
Mustang.
Damn. Ford Mustang. Let's put up a picture of Ford Mustang on the screen. What year is this? 2000?
2002.
So put up a 202 Ford Mustang. What color?
Black, bro.
Let's find a black one. Was
Yeah.
it convertible or?
No.
Hard top.
Hard top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So before I got the car, like, okay, I said when my mom was on the flight, the next day I was at the dealership.
Yeah.
Not per se, but of course I had to go through, like, you know, the driving
Yeah.
tests and whatnot. So they give you 20 questions. Brother, you know, you're only allowed to get one answer wrong out
Your
of those
time.
20. Yeah,
In our time, I think it was 4 wrong. So in your
Really?
time, it was 1 wrong.
one. So,
Maybe Alberta is different from Ontario. I live in Ontario.
yeah. So, I go, you know, to take this test, right?
Yeah.
So my girlfriend's younger brother, right? He was like, yo, so listen, because they give you the booklet and everything.
Yeah, to
you have
read.
to go through it. So went through it. I said, all right, cool. They're like, yeah, you got this? I'm like, yeah, I got it. So I go take my test. Go for it. I got 18 out of 20.
Missed 2.
Yeah. You have to retake the
entire test,
again.
yes.
So I go back. Because, you know, I'm really itching for this car. And the only thing that's standing between me and this car
Is the driving test.
Is this test, yeah.
Yeah.
So after like a couple of days, I go back again. Took the test again. 17 out of 20. Like, damn. Went back. So we took, like, you know, an earpiece to the cell phone.
Yeah.
Put it, like, you know, through my sleeves and everything. Then my brother-in-law was on the other side with the
Booklet.
yeah. So I knew everything is under control. So when I went there, I'm like, little did I know, like, you know, in that room, there's no network, you know. I guess, you know, that book that I thought I read, they're the ones who were the authors, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm there, I'm like, yo, bro, can you hear me? Bro. can you-
Nothing.
Nothing.
Silence. Crickets.
Bro, can you hear me? So I'm like, shit, okay.
This is messed up.
So I went for it. I got 19 again out of 20. So,
Which 19 means that you passed.
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you had to get 20 out of 20. Yeah. So when I got 19, I went back. Now, this lady who was behind the counter,
Yeah.
she saw me all these couple of times that I was there. And she was a youngin, you know. So she looked at me. She like, here you go. Just, I'll let it slide.
She gave you your certificate, whatever license that you'd passed.
Yeah.
She gave you a pass, basically.
She gave me a pass, bro.
Bless her soul.
Yo, man, you know, when I say my pole. Bro, you know how excited I was when, and you know, she looked at me like, you know, she was like, because when I saw her, like, you know, marking the whole thing, I saw like, okay, I got one wrong.
Yeah.
She looked at me, she's like, never mind. Yeah, just go there. God bless you. Thank you.
You must have been the happiest kid in the entire city
Trust
that
me,
day.
bro. Trust me. And then after that, it was straight from there. I had to go take now the road test.
Yeah.
Road test, right? You know, I gave this guy $100 to make a long story short. He was an Indian guy.
Yeah.
Gave him $100.
So there was Indians in Canada back then.
Yeah,
lots of them.
Yeah.
There's more now. If there was a lot of them then, you can imagine what it's like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homeboy just took me around the block. That's when you know money talks and BS walks.
And just like that, you are a driver in Alberta.
Yeah. He just took me around the block, you know, which is not supposed to be like that.
Yeah. Were you a safe driver then on the road?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started driving when I was a kid. So I think the guy just wanted to see if
If
know
you
the
could
roads.
actually drive. Yeah.
Parallel park and everything.
Yeah. And you proved to be, you know?
And plus the $100, the guy was like, yo, you got it.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
With the Indian accent, yeah.
Yeah. Next stop from there was the dealership. I remember I went with my girlfriend and the brother. We're like the three musketeers, you know?
Yeah.
I saw the car, the Mustang and everything.
Had you earmarked the car before you went to the dealership, or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you'd been walking around and you've been, seeing what you want.
No, they told me.
Oh.
I asked them, I'm like, so what do you think we should go for? They're like,
Yeah.
Mustang. I'm
Yeah.
like, then Mustang it is. Yeah. Went to the dealership. 1, 2, 3. Said, okay, cool. Come the day after tomorrow and the car. So I left school. Went there with, the three musketeers. And then I saw like a big placard saying, sold to Mr. McKinney.
Hey.
Yeah, bro, there's no better feeling than that, bro. But the guy told me, he's like, man, be careful with this car.
Yeah. It's a powerful engine, man.
Yeah, so, whatever the guy was telling me, I wasn't even buying. I was like, yeah. Yo, where the keys at,
Just give me the keys. I got to get out of here.
Yeah. But, little did I know the guy knew exactly what he was saying, because I didn't even last 3 months with that car.
Totaled?
Yeah, I got a crazy accident, bro.
What happened?
Because, you see, like, it's an in thing out there. Like, whenever you have, like, a sports car, people will always test you.
Yeah.
So...
And you are a young kid also, so...
And I'm young, yeah. And then, it's okay if you test me when I'm alone, but don't test me when my woman is next to me.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, look, those are the guys who we met at the club, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Then before you know it, like, it was winter time. The roads were slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just made one wrong move and then...
Then things get out of the way.
Yeah.
Were you hurt?
No. Thank God nobody was hurt. But then now in my mind, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is it. The way all my family members took me to the airport.
Yeah.
I was still rough around the edges, I said, man, now I'm going to get deported. I was thinking all sorts of things.
Yeah,
You know,
because you thought that, once you get into an accident,
yeah,
then it's
yeah,
criminal.
yeah. And
Were you intoxicated?
yeah, but I after that accident happened, right? Pombe zangu zote zilishuka.
You were sober
Trust me.
right there and then.
Yeah. I was like, man, are you guys okay? Yeah. And I'm like, man, now this is it. I'm going home. So the cops came by, when they came, because it was winter, so when they came, I was already sober by that time.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, this is it, man. I'm
They're getting me
deported.
out of here.
Yeah. So they came, they asked me what happened. I came up with this story. I'm like, yeah, so, I was driving. And then all of a sudden, somebody came in front of me and just braked. And
I tried to stop.
I tried to stop, and then here I am.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, cool. I took my bags and everything. I had my school stuff in the car.
Yeah.
And then they said, we'll come to your house tomorrow.
With a report or whatever.
Yeah. I said, okay, no problem. So the next day, I had to clear, like I had Rizzlers and,
Yeah, I know what it is.
I had a grinder, everything, man. I cleared everything. So these guys came. They're like, yeah, so what do you do? I told them, they said, yeah. Long story short, they finished with their report and they're like, okay, so the insurance will contact you.
Yeah.
Do you know, it didn't even take like 4 days. The insurance called me. They're like, yeah, so, we have this check ready for you. So you can go back to the dealership
And get another
car. I had to go back to the same person who told me, be careful with this car. Like, shame on me,
Yeah.
So I went there, I told him, I'm like, no, I don't want a Mustang. He's like, no, we wouldn't even give you a Mustang.
It would be irresponsible for you to get a Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they gave me a Ford Escape, like the 4x4.
Yeah, the Escape was my first car too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hey, okay, cool, no problem.
It looks like a grandfather car though,
For me, at that time, I was like, man, they paid me. They gave me this car.
Yeah.
I just said I'm gonna change the rims and everything. I'm
Make it
still in
look-
my mind.
Yeah.
And I was satisfied with it, know. But little did I know that my insurance, because I was paying like $500, I think.
Yeah, every
a
month.
Yeah. So 500 up until 1 year. After 1 year, my insurance just skyrocketed to 1,000.
Yeah, because you were in an accident.
I was in an accident.
You were young
Yeah.
and all those,
Yeah. Had I have known all
factors.
these things before, man, even if she told me, those are the people, I'd be like, okay, so you want to be with them or me?
Yeah. I mean, these are things that when you look back, I think you realize that it's like everything we do has a consequence.
Trust
sort
me.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I learned the hard way. You know what I mean? So
Did you regret it? Did you regret ever having to speed to show off to your girlfriend?
I did. I honestly did. And it wasn't easy on the pocket. And I
Yeah.
was like, man, because the Mustang was way better than this Ford Escape,
Of
that's
course.
for sure. So I was like, man, like one simple mistake has costed me all of this.
Yeah.
And I
Cost you
had
the Mustang
Yeah.
and the money that you're now paying for insurance.
Yeah. And it wasn't easy for me because all this while I'm doing all this behind my
Mom's
mother's
back.
Yeah.
She's selling you the same amount of pocket money that she was probably sending you before.
Or even more, bro.
But she's sending it to you not knowing that you have all these expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if she knew, she probably have sent you more. So does that mean that maybe you have to squeeze yourself a little bit so that you could take care of all these expenses?
Absolutely.
But Canada was fun. Would you say that?
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And, for me, I believe, that was just another step, forward into my life, just to show me a whole different angle of
What life can be.
Yeah, of what life can be.
Are you able to talk about your school experience?
Yeah, why not?
So what did you go to school for in Canada?
Business management.
Did you get to your fourth year?
Yeah.
You graduated.
I was
everything.
doing business management and flying at the same time.
Oh, so you are a pilot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Private.
You got a
pilot
PPL?
stuff. Yeah.
Nice. I'm still working on my PPL, man. I've been working on my PPL for the past 5 years, man.
Me and you have a lot in common.
I just don't have the time to complete my flying hours.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day I will,
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
Yeah.
Were you hoping to become a pilot at the end of the day when you're doing this?
No, I knew I was going to be a superstar.
So you wanted to fly your own private jet?
I just, I took it because I felt like it was something that really wouldn't juggle my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, why not? Like you're up there flying and everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I took it. But you see, the business management is because I wanted to be in a position whereby I could still run the family business.
Yeah.
And also just have those credentials with me.
Was education important to you in that way? The way parents would tell us that, you got to study because it's important. You got to have a certificate and all this. Was this something that always you had in your mind that you got to have a certificate because your parents told you, your mom told you that it was important for you to have one?
I just did it because of my mother, to
Okay.
be honest. Yeah, if I told you otherwise, I'd be lying, man. So even the first semester,
Yeah.
after the first semester, as an international student, you have to take English classes, right? So I was in a classroom with Koreans,
Folks who have no idea what English is.
yeah, Equatorial Guineans. So that first semester for me was a walkthrough.
Yeah.
I'd even come to class late, and then I'd even be dozing in class, and then the teacher would be like, "Jackson, can you please read the next paragraph?"
Yeah.
So I tap the person next to me
What is
to
the
show me exactly where it is. And I'd be like, "So the boy went and the
Yeah.
yeah, but can you please try and pay attention?" I'm like, "Man, come on." But the other folks were really having a struggle with it.
Because English was literally their second language, and
Yeah.
yet I feel like here we have many first languages. The way when you go to North America, you find, let's say, folks from Equatorial Guinea, like you said. I think in EQ they speak French.
Yeah.
And to me, French is their first language. I feel like over here, if you
Yeah.
grew up in a multicultural family, believes in their culture, speaks Swahili and English,
Yeah.
all three kind of become your first language.
Yeah. So you see why Moi comes into play? I'll give you an example. Look, Tanzanians, it's only this few generations. But like my mom's, for example, she can't speak English, hence her asking for a translator.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, because I think it becomes helpful that way. But you could also argue that if, the English language is the colonialists' language. So it's like it was imposed on us. If we only had Swahili and all we had to survive with was Swahili, we would survive. Why wouldn't they be the ones to learn Swahili? And why would we be the ones to learn Swahili?
They're the advanced ones and we're not.
Yeah.
Why would we go for further studies to their country
Exactly.
and not vice versa?
Yeah, and I see why that happens then. Would you advocate for, Swahili to become like an international language? Do you think that's something you would?
I would.
do?
Actually, I really think my mom, right? Everywhere she would go, she would ask for a translator.
Yeah.
But somehow I used to admire that. I would think that is boss, because this lady got everything she wants, and she'd ask for a translator, and they would come and translate.
Yeah.
So, looking back right now, I would even go to a foreign country and act like I don't even know English.
Yeah.
It's just that now I'm too old for it.
Give me a translator.
Mwambie.
Mwambie nataka maji ya kunywa.
Yeah, as long as you have money, bro, it's boss,
Yeah.
Because other countries you find people cannot speak English,
Yeah.
but then they have the money to back it up. So I think that's a really good boss move.
Yeah.
Had I have known back in the day, kaningekuwa sina kierere, even in Canada, I would have been at the mall saying,
Translator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about Canada here, and you're telling me how fun Canada was. So your music, though, what happens to your music when you're in Canada?
Oh, I bought a whole studio setup.
Yeah.
So I had a 2-bedroom apartment. So one bedroom was the studio setup,
Yeah.
and I knew nothing about production. So at that time we're using like an application called Fruity Loops.
Yeah, no Fruity Loops.
Yeah, so here was like this guy has connected everything, and Cool Edit Pro. He's connected everything, so I would try and make beats. I know nothing about making beats.
Yeah.
Right. So I used to go like to the store, buy like an instrumental, like a CD. You find like maybe Dr. Dre has like a whole album, but just strictly instrumentals.
Yeah.
So I would take those instrumentals, put them on Cool Edit Pro, and start rapping over those beats.
Yeah.
As I was trying to figure my way out with the Fruity
Fruity
Loops.
Loops to make your own beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So music was always there. And keep in mind, my first semester, man, I'm going for English classes, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
So you have all the time to make all the music you want.
all the music I want.
I feel like music made you so happy.
Yeah, it
You
did.
know, when you were not doing anything else and you were doing music, I think that was your happiest time.
It did. I wouldn't lie to you. And I believe, the reason why I got the breakthrough is because I was very passionate about it.
Yeah.
And the man upstairs knew, like, this guy's really passionate about this.
I gotta give it to him.
Let me just give it to him.
Yeah.
So it was like, my therapy. Yeah, every time.
Did you ever struggle with anything at all in Canada?
No, none at all.
You know, the way people say that, they go to Canada and it's a lonely place, they struggle with, depression of any sort, of
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff like that. For you, you had, your girlfriend there, which I think is a beautiful thing.
100%.
And that kind of took care of you that way because you had people to be with.
Yeah, 100%. Like I was covered all angles.
Yeah.
And had it not been for my girlfriend, I wouldn't even have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But seeing that, I was there with what like my heart really wanted. So, man, everything was kosher. Yeah.
Did you perform at all in any like clubs or any music performances or anything like that?
No.
To your friends?
No. Oh, I mean, I used to have a couple of friends whom, like, once I record like my lyrics and everything,
Yeah.
I'd hook them up with a CD.
Yeah, go listen to this, man.
Yeah, listen to this.
Yeah.
That's as far as it went, but I did no shows there.
Yeah.
None of that.
Did you ever come back here when you were a student? Like
Of course.
during the summer holidays or something?
Yeah. Every
How was
summer.
that?
Broski, hey, now you're taking me back, It was a crazy feeling, bro. Because now here I am, like I know I'm going back home. Swag was always fresh to death.
Yeah.
My boy is also, fresh to death. So I'm coming here, and also I have other friends who are abroad who came for summer holidays.
Yeah, they came with you.
Yeah, so it was out of this world, bro.
I always look forward to when I'm able to travel back home.
Yeah.
And I feel sad when I'm just about to go, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes I even cry, like literal tears when I'm putting a padlock on my, locking the door, walking away, man. Tears are falling, streaming from my eyes.
Yeah. From here or there?
From here when I'm leaving, when I'm
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, I'm going to miss this.
Yeah, 100%.
Was that the same feeling for you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And like the summer holidays, like I used to utilize each and every single day.
Yeah.
I would utilize it, bro. And then, I had the freedom whereby now I could go out comfortably.
Yeah.
Like, Mom,
Now you're
taking the car.
old.
Yeah, taking the car. So everything was swell, bro.
Yeah.
It was a fine feeling.
So then, why do you make that final trip from Toronto to Nairobi?
Sorry, come again?
Why do you make that final trip
Yeah.
from Calgary to Nairobi?
Yeah, okay. So when I was there, remember I told you how I was gonna bring like my whole crew. So my brother Kevin Stousey, he got into a scuffle with like some folks there.
Yeah.
And I used to tell the guy, I'm like, yo, bro, slow your roll. Like at the end of the day, this is not Nairobi. But man, Kevin, like he was so Americanized. Kevin, his accent changed while he was over the Pacific
Yeah.
Ocean.
Headed to Canada.
Switch. Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my nigga. What you mean, man? You know? I told him, I'm like, slow your roll, brother. You know,
Yeah.
like, this is not home. So we got into a scuffle. I mean, he got into a scuffle with some of the guys.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now, him being in trouble, I had to back
Defend
him
him,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. And I had like some Jamaican friends. So we're in the club, and then one of the Jamaican friends comes to me and tells me, yo, your brother is getting roughed up outside. So I'm like, ah. So I go outside. I find Kevin like he's surrounded by like, say, 16 Chinese folks, you know? So, you know, like, man, they're really roughing him up, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. So tried like, you know, coming in between and everything. In the midst of it all, you know, Kevin got shanked like 8 times on his back, you know?
Oh.
So because it was winter and, you know, we had been sipping, I got stabbed once in that scuffle, right? So this Jamaican guy is called Maurice. He said, just take him to the car, take him to the car. So, you know, at the same time, people, because they knew me, I didn't want to show like, you know, I'm a punk or anything.
Yeah.
So Maurice held fort with his people, and then we took Kevin to the car.
Yeah.
Started driving off to the hospital.
Yeah.
So we take Kevin to the hospital. You know, there's always cops in the hospital. You know how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
So they go like, what happened to him? I'm like, yo, just take care of him, please. You know, checked him in. So when I was turning, like going to the reception, this cop goes like, excuse me, can I take a look at your back? I'm like, yeah. So when I turned back, I was wearing a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
I saw blood stains.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? You know,
Because you're not in pain because it's cold.
I'm not in pain at
Yeah.
all. So he's like, I'm afraid you'll have to come with us, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, man. Took me in, they stitched me up, you know,
Yeah.
did all the tests and everything. And then at that time now, I just said, all I want is just my girlfriend. Call my girlfriend. Then we're in the ward, we see the guy who Kevin had a scuffle with,
Yeah.
also in a stretcher being
Wheeled in.
So I said, man, you know, ain't no way I'm going to stay in the same ward with this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Because his folks might even come and mess you up.
Yeah. You know, so I insisted. I was like, yo, call my girlfriend, call my girlfriend. They called her. She came. I was like, baby, please, I want to go home, you know?
Yeah.
All the gangster in me, bro, went out the window.
Yeah.
That time I didn't even care about Kevin because I warned him.
Yeah.
He didn't listen. All this while I've been in Canada because I went there first. I've never been in a scuffle. You know, I was trading carefully.
Yeah.
And now I'm in this predicament whereby I have to watch over my back, you know. So they discharged me. Kevin stayed there for like another 1-2 days. And then ever since then, you know, like life wasn't the same there.
Yeah.
Ever since then, like, you know, because they, you know, they have gangs there, you know, so even before leaving the house, I'd have to like peruse
What's
out
going
the
on
window.
outside.
Yeah. I couldn't go to clubs anymore because I knew, like, you know, that beef is still on, you know, so things just changed, you know.
Yeah. You were scared. Would you say you were scared?
Yeah, I was scared. If I say otherwise, I'd be lying.
Yeah.
I was scared, you know. And then keep in mind now, my insurance now has already hiked up to 1,000. So I'm like, man. So I transformed my life, like from this clubbing and all that. I focus now on the studio and music. And during weekends, like I just pass time by watching movies, watch BET and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But that's not the life that I wanted to live, though.
Yeah. You wanted to be free
I
and,
wanted
you know,
to-
walk around. Yeah.
So after that, you know, like I pushed through, and then I said, you know what, man, I've had it here.
Yeah.
Enough is it.
This is not for me.
Nah, it's not for me. So I picked up the phone. I called Mom Dukes. I said, listen, I'm going to tell you something, but please don't get pissed off or anything.
Yeah.
But just let me express myself. She's like, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, I've had it here. I want to come back home. You know, I thought it was going to be a tug of war. She's like, so why would you tell me not to get pissed, and yet you're asking me to come back to your home? Yeah, so come on. When do you want to come? I said, like, tomorrow. Literally. She's like, okay, cool. So let me organize and that's how I ended up coming back here.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kevin. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, for making you realize you needed to be back home.
And for effing up my life there.
Yeah.
Because everything was smooth sail up until homeboy
Messed
started.
up.
He thought like he's the one who put the G in gangster.
Are you friends now with Kevin?
Yeah, he's my brother for life. You know, he's my brother for life. And of course, you know, at that time we was still young.
Yeah, you're kids.
You know, yeah. He's my brother for life. So even nowadays, he's the one who calls me and gives me like advice. He's like, yeah, unajua mazee inafaa tununue mashamba.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what happened to the accent, bro?
Qu'est-ce que c'est? You know, you could still, you know, switch up on you like real quick, I think, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? Code switching.
Trust me. So I told Kevin, I was like, yo, my nigga, peace, and I'm out.
Yeah.
I told baby girl, baby.
How's your girlfriend feeling at this time when you're telling her you gotta leave?
Man, you know, she didn't even see it coming.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I didn't even share it with anybody. It was just something that was disturbing me internally. And I was like, okay, the only hurdle that I have here is just to break it down to moms.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, I'm not answerable to anybody else, you know. So when I made that call, she probably thought my mom would be like, no, you cannot do it, you know. She's like, man, you know, like, what did she say? I'm like, I guess I believe in the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
So can you help me pack this thing? I thought of taking the studio equipment.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, Jay, man, you know, like, Jay, at least just leave the... I was like, bro, you can have it, you know.
Yeah.
Packed up my things and I came back home.
So when you come back, the good thing is that you have a family here.
Yeah,
you know, like your music, your CMB brothers are here waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your family.
Yeah.
And that's when now, you know, I want to imagine you properly revolutionize the musical industry.
Yeah.
The music industry here.
100%.
When you're on your flight coming back, are you coming with some ideas that you've seen over there that you want to implement over here?
100%. I used to watch BET, brother, like, you know, you'd think like it's a course in school.
Yeah.
So, you know, BET, they'd have all these freestyle Fridays and, you know, behind the scenes of music videos and what have you. I just used to take notes, man.
Yeah.
So when I came back here, I was like, whatever I saw in BET, I'm going to implement it back home.
The time you did something crazy. I don't know if you got it in BET. You and Styles, you know, you're recording the song Prezzo.
Yeah.
And you spent a whooping $500,000 on the music video for the song. How much did it cost to produce the audio version of the song?
$500,000 shillings, bro.
For the audio or for everything, including the video?
For the video.
Did you plan to spend $500,000 shillings for the video, or is it something that just, you know, the math added up because of the quality that you were looking for?
Yeah, the quality that I was looking for. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, you have to always think outside the box. So I said, how can I approach this from a different angle?
Yeah.
So there's that extended version and there's the short version, right?
I'm not sure I've watched the short version, or maybe the long. I don't know which one I've watched.
Yeah. So
what was on TV? Because the first time I saw it was on TV.
Yeah, the extended version.
Okay.
And when it aired, it aired like on each and every TV station at exactly 6 p.m.
Did you make those arrangements that you wanted to air at the same time?
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and before that, like, you know, I had like a teaser that ran for a whole week exactly at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, Prezzo, then the date, and then 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So it ran each and every day for 1 week.
Were you paying for those
No.
sessions? Oh, okay.
It was the contribution because you see, everybody was playing their role.
Yeah.
Like, DJ Pino would play his role, and other TV stations would play their role. So, I had my friends calling me. They're like, "Yo, so what's this coming up?" You're like, on this and this date. I'm like, just wait and see.
Yeah.
I made sure like I had nothing but Caucasian girls.
Yeah, I
in
remember.
the video.
Did you get any backlash for that?
Yeah, of course. But I was expecting it though.
Yeah.
Every move is calculated. For me, I just wanted to prove a point. Like, yo, I'm here and I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
So when people, there's no big deal about having white chicks in your video. But at that time, it had never been seen before.
Yeah.
Maybe even maybe you see one video with one white chick and the camera is always focused on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was different though. So,
Where did you get the white chicks? Were they local here, or did you have to bring them over?
No,
from
they were
abroad?
local. Bro.
Okay.
From
Just your
Cairo.
friends?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
my friends.
Friends of friends?
Yeah. Yo, you wanna be in my video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I come. You wanna be
But how are you convincing them to be on? Is it because they're interested in you as Prezzo, or because of... Did you have to incentivize them with anything else, like money or anything like that?
No, not at all. I'd be lying if I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, just that aura, the charisma.
Where did you shoot the video?
At my uncle's office in Mombasa Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, with you and the money, I think that was what was your friend getting you out of ransom? Was he paying ransom for you?
Yeah, I was paying ransom for my friend.
Yeah.
And Styles was playing the bad guy. Yeah.
You and Styles have been friends for long.
Yeah, that's my brother for life, man.
Yeah.
And also he played a big role with that brand Prezzo. Very big role. So I told Styles, I'm like, so listen, so this is the plan. This and that. One of the cars that we used in that video was Styles' mom's car. So, we're just working with what we have.
Yeah.
So one time, watching television, then Styles' mom sees the video. So because we've been family friends for some time, so she was interested, right? So all of a sudden she's like, Alan, did I just see my car in this music video? Yeah, Styles is like, no, But I thought, no.
Yeah, it's similar car, probably.
Yeah. So, she was putting two and two together. She's like, Alan is in this video. That car must be mine,
Yeah.
And I'm there, Navarre Rolex on Monday, Jacobs on Tuesday, Gucci on Wednesday. So he played a big role. He was playing the bad guy in that video. And, at the end of the day, they say one tree doesn't make a forest. So me, I was blessed enough to have people around me who were also just as hungry as me.
Yeah.
And Styles, when he had that script, he was more than happy to play this bad guy.
Bad guy role.
Yeah.
One thing I've realized, Prezzo, is that you call your friends your brothers for life.
Yeah, for life, bro.
That is not something you hear people say often.
Yeah.
I know you have siblings. I think you have 5 siblings?
I have 3.
3 siblings?
Yeah, 2 girls, 2 sisters, and
one brother.
Yeah.
But you have this extended family of siblings that you call brothers for life. I don't know if you also have sisters for life, but I've heard you talk a lot about brothers for life.
Yeah, Naziz is the sister for life. Yeah.
What makes you to have these guys that it seems like you have this sort of bond with them that goes beyond the bond of normal acquaintance that you just met and you have business together. It seems like it's more of like a blood bond of sorts.
Yeah, trust me. You know why? Because anybody who I speak highly about, don't get me wrong, like me and Styles don't talk on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Right? But if he ever called me and said, yo, code is red, I'll be there in a heartbeat. And vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, so I always, anything somebody does to me in my life that elevates me, I will hold that dearly.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how big or small, but I'll hold that dearly, you know, because you cannot make bonds like that easy too,
Yeah.
you know. But then as human beings, you know, we tend to forget very fast, you know. But me, I'm not that kind of person. Man, like I said, doesn't matter big or small, whatever it is that you did and it had an impact to me,
Yeah.
I'll forever be grateful. So these are people who played a big role, or whereby they didn't have to, you know, they didn't have to, but they did.
Yeah.
So I have to appreciate them, one
True.
way or another. Yeah.
Do you think everybody needs someone like that in their lives? I mean, brothers for life in their lives.
Yeah.
I speak this because I don't have siblings.
Yeah.
And so anytime I meet my friends I end up becoming over dependent on my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Because I love them also like brothers. Maybe not brothers for life to your extent, but
Yeah.
but I love them as brothers genuinely. But maybe in their hearts they just see me as a friend. And so
Yeah.
I'm only wondering, is it important for someone to have people like those in their lives, do you think?
Yeah, it is. It is. And especially if you guys came from the ground up,
Yeah.
you know.
You didn't meet in the
No,
air.
no, no. Like right now, you know, anybody we're bumping into right now wouldn't be a brother for life.
Yeah. Case in point, yours truly.
No, not really.
No,
But
accepted with humility.
man, you know, you're a brother for life. Ask me why.
Why is that?
I had the English breakfast.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
For life. No, but you get my point. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
when you're from the ground up, because when you are where you are,
Yeah.
you don't know who's real and who's not. You know, but these people who you grew up with, you built this empire with, those are brothers for life. I'll give you an instance. When my brothers Firoz and Oscar had an accident,
Yeah.
the first person to break down the news to me was Styles. You know, I wasn't in the country. We were doing a tour in the States, but Styles stopped his set, you know, because they called him and they're like, hey, tell
Something
Prezz, yeah, ABC. So he was playing and he stopped his set. I was in the hotel room, cooling, chilling. And you know, like he came to the hotel room. So I'm thinking, why is this guy here so early? Because he was supposed to be done by maybe 2:30.
Yeah.
So when he came, you know, I could just tell something was wrong from the look on his face. So I was like, yo, what's up, bro? He's like, yo, I need to tell you something. So I knew something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
So the first thing I thought about was, yo, I hope my mom is good.
That's where the mind always goes.
Yeah.
The ones closest to us.
He's like, man, I hate to break it down to you, but this and this happened, you know? So he's the one who was there with me. He's the one who broke the news down for me. I was just, I was confused, but then also I was tied with this contract and I didn't want it to, you know, people out there didn't care. Like,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, you know, you were supposed to do this and this shows.
So you have to.
Sorry
You
for
have
your
to
loss,
deliver.
but yeah. So that's how deep that bond is, you know, and this is years back, you know. So that's why, you know, like these are brothers for life. You know what I mean?
You also have had beef in industry with a bunch of your fellow musicians.
Yeah.
Are those beefs real? Or
No, you see, what happens is in Swahili wanasema mti mwenye matunda ndio unapondwa mawe. So people had to try step on my toes
yeah.
for them to elevate, you know, to
I see what you mean.
yeah. But it's never like, oh, you know, Prezz did this and this to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna diss him. Even I walk up to all these diss tracks
Yeah.
just as anybody else, you know. But then I studied the game to an extent whereby I knew exactly what they wanted, and I didn't give it to them.
They wanted you to say something back.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you basically elevate them because you give them attention.
Attention, yeah. I didn't do that, you know.
So they're never. It's not that these people dislike you. It's only that they're trying to get ahead in their game.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm asking if these beefs are real is because I look at politicians. And politicians all the time, they hate one another. They throw stones at one another. And even the masses, the followers, if I call them that, the supporters,
Yeah.
would kill each other, would die for them.
Yeah.
But then in the morning, man, you find them having breakfast together in parliament.
club, yeah.
Yeah, or playing golf together at, the golf club or whatever. And you're like, man, these are the guys we're fighting over.
Yeah.
It's
literally.
interesting even when you think about our current our current president,
Yeah.
and his former arch nemesis,
Yeah.
who they were very great friends at a certain point, and then they became arch enemies,
Yeah.
and then now they're friends again.
Yeah.
And you're like, these are guys actually died for these people.
Imagine. It's a sad truth, you know.
So all these beefs that we even see, I saw recently, was it Ja Rule and 50?
Yeah.
They've had this beef going on for ages, and I think Ja Rule said, you know what, I'm happy to let it go. But 50 said, it's still going to go until death do us part.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
think theirs is real?
Theirs is real. Reason being, like Ja Rule said something about Eminem's daughter. 50 and Eminem and them are one squad.
Yeah.
You know, there's just certain boundaries that you don't step. You know, if it's beef with me and Joe, let it just stick between me and Joe.
Yeah.
I won't involve your wife, your kids, your family.
Yeah.
Nice, me and Joe, you know. So when he mentioned Haley, Eminem's daughter,
Yeah.
that's where he crossed the line, you know. And, you know, some people just, you know, there's some things that you cannot forgive,
Yeah.
you know.
When I think about friendship, and you know what you've just said about the friendship between 50 and Eminem, I think it's important when we have friends like those, friends who would, who would fight for us even when we can't fight for ourselves.
Yeah. I was, sorry to cut you.
No worries.
I was watching this interview of Kodak, right? Kodak Black, right?
Yeah, quarterback.
So remember, like, Donald Trump, like, pardoned him when he was in jail. And, you know, homeboy was asked, like, so if Donald Trump was to call you today and ask you for $1 million, would you give it to him? Before even the person interviewing him finished the sentence, he's like, hell yeah. Like, he didn't even flinch, you know what I mean? So in life, you just have to appreciate those people who do good to you. Because, you know, it's a jungle out there and it's a man-eat man world, you know?
Yeah.
So when somebody, like, you know, pardons you, bro, from serving time, you know, you have to return the favor.
You know, speaking about friendship, you have mentioned that you were shot sometime.
Yeah, I was.
Where were you shot?
On the head.
Is it that line that I see there? Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
At close range.
But you survived, man.
Imagine that.
And from what I understand in the story is that you guys were headed to your car and then thugs came by to steal from you.
No, we're driving. They hit me from the back. Like, they were coming the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So I saw them coming towards my lane.
Yeah.
I tried to swerve. They kept coming and still they hit me in the back, you know. So I got really pissed off and I came out. I was like, yo, didn't you see? You know. So I could see, like, there's people in the car. But never in my mind did I think that, oh, these are thugs, you know. Excuse me. So the driver came out. I told him, didn't you see me? You know, and I was wearing a camouflage jacket.
Yeah.
So at first, the ones in the car, like, they chilled because they thought maybe this guy is 5'0", you know. So the guy came and, you know, he was very cooperative. He's like, yeah, kweli, pole sana. Pole, emeumia. So once they realized it was me, they came out.
No, they saw that it's Prezzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came out, they ambushed me, put me in the back of the car. You know, it was 4 of them. So there was one guy here, 2 in the front. And it was me and one of my friends. It's called Tablaze. So, it was a long night, you know. So, they caught me off guard. And at that time, like, my ex-wife was pregnant. My wedding was, like, in a couple of days, you know. So my whole life just flashed in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, cool. My lady's about to, she's expecting.
Yeah.
I said, just keep it cool. Whatever they wanted, I gave him.
Yeah,
Man,
you
I was even
changed.
like, yo, you even forgot this here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, put your head down, da, da, da. They turned the car and started driving. So we drive, they drive us around. So all this while, I'm just trying to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, listen, I've given you guys everything that I have. You can even take the car. They're like, tumekwambia nyamaza, they're pistol whipping us.
Yeah.
I said, I even understand, like, this is not what you guys really want to do.
Yeah.
But, please listen, I have,
Expecting.
yeah, my wife is expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I have my wedding coming up, like, please just. So I'm saying it like, in a calm way, but it wasn't like that in the scenario. Then I was doing this episode of Cobra Squad. So in Cobra Squad, like, I was playing this bad guy.
Yeah.
He was called Lorianga. So they're like, wewe unafikiri hizi ni zile za Cobra Squad? I'm like, sijasema hivyo bro. Check it bro. Listen. Please, bibi yangu anategemea mtoto.
Yeah.
Simekwambia nyamaza. So this guy in the passenger seat just turned around and fired the shot. So
In the car?
Yeah, in the car. Like, he was in the passenger seat, I'm behind. So he just turned around and pow,
That I feel like that is very careless, even of him, when handling a gun inside a car where there's his friends and all.
Yeah. The guy who was driving, I assume he was the ringleader.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who was driving, after they fired that shot, everything changed now.
Yeah.
So the guy, they can't really talk much in the car.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to call each other's names and everything.
Yeah.
So I started bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like,
They shut off my brain.
yeah. But then, at the gun range, they teach you, like, if somebody fires a shot at you and you hear that shot, then it means you're not dead.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't hear the shot, then it means that you're dead.
You're not here
Yeah.
with us. Mm-hmm.
So thank God for that training, So now I start bleeding and everything. I'm just thinking now, Jesus Christ, man, I'm like, still I carried on pleading with them. I'm like, listen, guys, So like I told you, like, the whole mood just changed.
Yeah.
And then now at some point in time, like, because I was losing a lot of blood, at some point in time, it's like I was losing conscious, Now I started saying my last prayers. Like, man, Lord, please just give me one more chance. I'm sorry for...
And you're saying it out loud.
No. In my heart.
In your heart. Yeah.
Like, please give me one more chance. Like, I'm sorry about all the bad things I've done. But please, because I was actually in the middle of, like, my wedding is coming up. My toy is soon to come.
Yeah.
So they drove us. Like, after maybe 20 minutes, I had the car come to a stop.
Yeah.
Then they're like, okay, so now this guy, the driver, is like, here's what we're going to do. Unaona ile taa pale, there was a floodlight.
Yeah.
He's like, you see that light there? We're going to leave your car there, okay? Whatever you do, don't try and follow us.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you really think I will come and follow you guys? Seriously?
In my humility right now.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, sawa. They let us out. My brother Tablaze also. And then Tablaze now removed his T-shirt, tied it around my head.
Yeah.
Because of the bleeding, right? And then we started now running towards that floodlight.
Yeah.
We got there, it was a petrol station. So I get to the petrol station, this attendant, like, he sees me and he goes like, Prezzo, man.
Yeah, he's happy to see you, man. He's a fan.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, now is not the time or place.
Yeah.
That time there's no Uber or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, ndugu, nimeumia, nitafutie taxi tafadhali. So when he looked at me properly, so he's like, oh, then he rushed, got a cab. The cab guy came, took me. I told him, take me to Nairobi Hospital, please.
Yeah.
That time, I don't know what damages I have, right? But I'm thinking the worst, you know?
Yeah.
Took me to Nairobi hospital. You know, this guy didn't even charge me. Like, he didn't even ask me your phone number or anything. I told the guy, I'm like, brother, chukua namba yangu. He's like, no. Enda ukatibiwe, you know?
Did you ever meet that driver later?
Nah, I wish I could, you know, but I never met him.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a couple of good people out there.
Yeah.
You know, because in mwingine, you know, people are different.
Of course, man.
Yeah,
You
so-
can even decide to kidnap you.
I'm telling you,
In
you
your
know,
lowest.
Yeah. Ama ita mtu wako, you know,
Nilipe kwanza
eh.
ndio nikuachilie.
The guy just went like, yo, enda tu upate matibabu. Got the treatment and everything. And I thank God for seeing another day.
Yeah.
You know, I thank God, you know, like, for answering my prayers, you know, and yeah, you know, like,
You saw another day. I think that's important.
that's very important. So this guy who was teaching me, right? Now this time, you know, like, I'm just grateful, like, because they've assessed me. So I'm looking at the doctor's facial expression.
Yeah.
To see, like, you know, if you want, like, then I'll be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
But the guy's like, yeah, so,
He's relaxed.
yeah, he's relaxed, you know. So he started stitching me. I could feel him, like, going up. And I'm like, man. And then I felt him now going back down. So in my happy state, you know, I was like, hey, doc, isi kiatu unashona. You know, the guy didn't even find it funny. He was just like, bro, don't push me.
Yeah.
I'm on night shift, you know. Probably
Probably
maybe he had
tired.
some domestics at home. He didn't even smile. And I was like, okay, this is my cue to just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he took care of you.
Took care of me. So little did I know, like, he stitched me, like, on the inside, and then he stitched on the outside. Hence the line, you know. You can
Yeah.
you'll think it's a scar.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could have been worse because you know how those stitches are with the...
With the lines.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see my eye here, one
Yeah,
of them, I think
yeah,
you
yeah,
can see a scar
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I had a bad accident.
Yeah,
Also
sorry
motorcycle
about-
accident.
Yeah, in Canada.
No, here.
Oh.
You're right here. I mean, I used to ride this big bike. It's a Honda CBR 1000cc bike. I got into this bad accident one morning, man. And I was rushed to. I was actually declared dead on the scene.
Really?
Yeah, like guards around there, they covered me with blankets, and they're like, you know, this guy is dead now. He's
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah.
So the guy I hit was the CEO of Kenyatta Hospital.
Yeah.
So some other guy comes to pick him up, and this other guy who comes to pick him up is also a medical doctor.
Yeah.
For some reason, he decides to inspect me, and
Yeah.
they realize that I'm alive.
Yeah.
So they rushed me to hospital.
Yeah.
So after they get me to the hospital, that's when they you know, I wake up in the hospital. I regain consciousness in the hospital. The entire time I was unconscious.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember leaving the house that morning. I remember going to bed the previous night and waking up in hospital. Anything that conspired in between, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so what happened is that after a day after,
Yeah.
I drove by the scene. So I was generally okay.
Yeah.
Drove by the scene and I told, I found a guard there. I was like, there's an accident that happened here yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Do you see what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a guy who was knocked here yesterday. He died.
Yeah.
And I told him, man, that guy who died, that's me. The guy couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Man.
it's thankful when you go through that experience and you get to leave
Yeah.
and see another day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because ever since, man, I've never gotten on a bike again on a street. I can ride, you know, in a what do you call it, in a truck,
Yeah.
but not like on the street where there's cars
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know all these other obstacles. Because those are the things that kill you.
Man,
Are you an avid motorcycle rider at all? Do you ride motorcycles?
not at all.
Not at all.
I've seen my friends, you know, go through it. Even Styles.
Yeah, Styles is one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to sit down with him as a concerned brother, you know. Be like, man, you know, this need for speed, there's no need, you know. But, you know, Styles, like, you know, he knew what he was doing. But, you know, I would always, like, I'd have to play my part and just say, like, yo, I think you should slow your roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I never, because, you know, when you're riding a bike, your body is the body.
Yeah.
You know, in a car, it's different.
You have all this protection around you, all
Yeah.
this metal to protect you.
Yeah. So for me, I never, ever, I have a friend of mine who gave me a bike, right? It's called a Sif.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yo, it was like a 150cc. He gave me that bike, you know, I packed it. I looked around for a friend who wanted it. But also I was thinking twice because I'm like, I might give him this and then something might happen and then I won't end up forgiving
Blame yourself,
myself.
yeah.
And I just disposed it. I didn't even sell it. I just gave it to one of my good friends.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm giving you this, but please be careful. So back to your story, thank you for saying that because now you understand what it feels like to be given a second chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I feel like you're doing or you did with the industry is you created an industry that had no future. When your parents, when we started this, we said that we told our parents that we want to be musicians, the parents would be like, what do you want to do? And the reason why they were valid to say that because there was nothing to see that has come out of musicians, but you believed in yourself. You and the entire crew that was happening, the entire musicians that were around the time as you that started.
Yeah.
You guys so that you do something with the industry.
Yeah.
And because of you, guys now, the upcoming musicians now, can make a living, a wonderful living out of music.
Yeah.
And all those things that we're looking at during that time, all the careers that we're looking at then that were making a lot of money. So think about accountants, teachers, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now they also look up to artists and as the guys who live large.
Yeah.
But there's sacrifice that you made. You had to live this kind of lifestyle funded with your own money.
Yeah.
I think that is something that is rarely talked about.
Yeah.
So, for instance, when you go to Chagua Latinese and you fly over with a chopper from Wilson to Carnivore, you spend what, 100,000 shillings on
60,000.
60,000. That was your own money.
Yeah.
And music wouldn't give you that, we'd say, at that time.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't.
So when you look back and you see what the industry is like now, do you ever sit down and thank yourself for the sacrifice that you made for the guys who are there right now? So think about Wakadinali, etc., who are enjoying your fruits right now.
100%. 100%. That's where my joy comes from.
Yeah.
100%. So the other day, we had this show at Carnival.
Yes.
Brother, it took us back to those days.
Man, producer, if you can, Dave, if you can find a poster or a clip on the internet, just remove the sound and put it up. Show the artists who are there on stage. Show the fans who are there, attending the concert.
Yeah.
You just show whatever you can show, man. I saw it. I wasn't able to attend, like I told you.
Yeah.
But I saw, man.
Yeah.
What the one thing that came to me is the happiness that was on your faces, man.
Yeah.
All the artists that were performing, and one scene can't leave my mind.
Yeah.
Kleptomaniacs. So I forgot the name of the guy.
Nyashinsky.
So not Nyashinsky.
Kolo.
There's a point that Kolo was so happy, man. He was jumping up and down on stage.
Yeah.
Of course, choreographed with the song that they were singing.
Yeah.
But he was so happy, and I could see it on his face.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that everybody on that stage was feeling the same way.
Absolutely, man.
How did you feel when you were up there?
Man, words cannot even express. And for a minute there, most of us, yes, we're cool with each other and everything, but we don't keep tabs with each other.
Yeah.
But for a minute there, you find Mr. Lenny here. Mr. Lenny, you guys catch up. You remember that show we went for? So just the whole vibe, and everybody was amped about it, from the organizers to the artists to the fans.
Yeah.
We were all on the same page, same paragraph. It was out of this world, man.
That was beautiful.
It was amazing.
To the extent that you wish that whatever was happening then, years ago, would be like what was happening the other day.
Trust, man.
What happened to Chagua Latinese? Do you know? Like the magazine itself.
Yeah.
What is the
Insider.
magazine? Insider magazine. What happened to the Insider?
If I answer that question, I'd be lying to you. But it just
faded with the times.
Yeah, it
the
faded.
same way most newspapers back then just lost taste or whatever.
Yeah, it just
business.
Yeah,
didn't make sense anymore.
Yeah. But this concert that we did actually took us back to the beginning. And even the whole theme was perform your songs from 2004.
Yeah.
to 2007.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever songs you did after that, we're not interested.
Just do those
We want,
those first ones.
yeah. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
The sound, the stage. You know, it had been a long time. If I speak for myself, it had been a long time since I was in a platform like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure I'm speaking for also many others as well. And then, you know, then again, myself and Nazizi, you know, I told you we've been tight since high school. So for me, also introducing her on stage
Yeah.
and us doing Let's Get Down took me back to those days.
Those days.
Yeah. It was just amazing. I got some clips, I'm going to send them to you.
Yeah, man, that would be amazing. We can put them up. Yeah.
It was out of this world. And, you know, I believe I speak for most of us because they created a group on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And on that group, you know, after the show, the feedback was just everybody, you know, gave props to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the crowd was like a mature crowd. You know, God also worked to our favor in the sense that it didn't rain.
Yeah.
The day when we went for the sound check, brother, it poured.
And you must have been like, man.
It really, really poured. So I remember having a conversation with Nameless, and you know, me, I'm just a guy who I like to bring positive energy wherever I go.
Yeah.
So when it started pouring, I told Nameless, I'm like, brother, don't worry about it. My mom is Tanzanian. So I'll talk to her, so aongee na kina babu, kesho kusinyeshe.
Yeah.
I was just saying, you know, I mean, who am I to, and which babu am I talking about? But you see, the power of the tongue, right?
Yeah.
Literally, it just drizzled kidogo, and it stopped.
Yeah.
But the day before, it rained cats and dogs. Bro.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, that was Friday, right?
Friday, yeah.
Friday, yeah. I remember I was driving. Was I driving or whatever I was doing? I was doing something, and
Yeah.
man, the rain was so much that I was afraid.
Yeah.
Because my wipers were making so much noise. I was
Yeah.
like, these wipers are gonna break, and then I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Bro.
I fixed them the next day. So they say I told you I was married to Kissy. I had to
Yeah.
fix them because I was so afraid, man. Of what could happen. Yeah.
Trust me. So even with me telling Nameless this, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, you know, the devil is a liar, you know? But then at the end of the day, you know, the man upstairs came through. It drizzled a little bit. The fans didn't even care about that,
Yeah.
you know? And then it stopped and the show continued, you know?
You talked about a mature crowd.
Yeah.
What do you mean by mature crowd?
Mature crowd in the sense that everybody was having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, everybody could relate, you know. Everybody was in sync with each and every artist who jumped on the stage.
All the songs were, I would say, familiar.
Familiar.
I don't think there's a song that you can play for me from that era.
Yeah.
That would be. I mean, right now, if you play for me a song, you know,
Yeah.
from this year, it is very possible. Man, I've not heard the song, even if it's like like the song that is trending right now.
Yeah.
But you play me a song from the 2005.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sure I must have had it somewhere, even then, even in a matatu or whatever, and
Yeah.
I could remember it then.
Yeah.
Was Pili Pili there by any chance?
No, he wasn't there.
Do you know where he's at right now?
No, not really.
It would be interesting to find out, you know, where he's at.
Yeah, he wasn't there. Nonini as well wasn't there.
Yeah.
He's in the States,
Yeah.
you know. Who else?
There was a trend around your time
Yeah.
where artists were turning from singing secular music to singing gospel music.
It's the other way around.
Or they were coming from gospel to secular music?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh yes, actually, because Pili Pili was a gospel musician and then
Yeah.
he turned around to secular music.
no.
What am I saying?
No,
He
wasn't.
He wasn't gospel?
No.
He was always secular?
Secular, yeah.
Okay.
But you know, it was the gospel artists who came to secular
Yeah.
music. So the other day I was like with my team. So we're talking and everything, and they're like, yeah, you know, the show was amazing, man. And then one of my boys is called Edu G. He goes like, yo, so do you think if they did the same thing for gospel, like if they did like the culture now but for the
Gospel musicians. Yeah.
what do you think would? So there was a moment of silence.
Emoji.
And then he goes like, what did I say? And one of my other homies goes like, bro, they all backslid, like,
Yeah.
so it cannot happen because they're already now into secular music. The way they said it, it was just hilarious.
The reason why I brought that up is this. So I'm a religious guy.
Right.
Generally, I'm a religious guy. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah.
And growing up during that time, your
Yeah.
type of music was music that we weren't supposed to listen to
Right.
because it's worldly music.
Yeah.
But then, now that I'm older, I mean, I used to listen to the music then, even if it was wrong.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I see why folks would say that it was wrong. But then there was a problem here because folks would be listening to Christian music on Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah.
But then during the rest of the week,
Yeah.
in their cars, in weddings and stuff, nobody is playing,
Yeah.
gospel music in
Yeah.
their weddings and stuff. The entire time they will be playing secular music.
True.
But then again, when you listen to this secular music, I mean, you're just having a good time.
Yeah.
It's not that you are there believing in all the violence or whatever that would be in it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you guys are actually people
Yeah.
who are, as it turns out, believe in God, spiritual in a sense or religious in some sort of sense.
100%.
Did you ever get that sort of treatment where folks were like, man, this is a person of the world, man. This Prezzo is a person of the world. Sio mtu wa Mungu.
Yeah, 100%. You remember the conversation we had earlier about like tattoos and
yeah.
dreadlocks, and people judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
So that definitely happened. Not
yeah.
once, not twice. But then again, like you cannot judge a book by its cover, right? So you cannot say because this book is red and I hate the color red, I'm not going to read it.
Yeah.
You see, at least give somebody a chance to express themselves, and then from there you can have your perception.
Yeah, I think there's credit that needs to be given to you guys from the the things that you created. Like I said, because you've done amazing stuff for the folks who are there right now. Do you ever hang out with the current musicians right now?
Or the younger ones?
The younger ones, the younger generation.
Not per se, but I have a studio that is run by my younger brother,
Yeah.
Makini. So he normally comes with the younger generation, the artists and stuff.
Yeah.
So every once in a while I'd probably bump into them, but it's not like, oh my guys, come through. But
Yeah.
I always like put an open ear and listen to them. Like there's two producers that I have. They're youngins, right?
Yeah.
One's called Amor, one's called Njage. And so, I just like the way they're vibrant.
Yeah.
And, that times have gone when you cannot even understand a word of Sheng that they speak.
Man.
So you have to go back to, like Filippo, like, yo, what does Mokalalais mean? He's like, oh, that means like, he's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, oh, I'm a Mokalalais. But bro, if it wasn't for Homeboy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
You
in
had
the
no
know.
idea. Yeah. I also like the way that language evolves all the time. Man.
Bro, you can't keep up, man. Like, these guys can actually be talking about you and you wouldn't even know about it.
True.
That's how you know that times are
Yeah.
moving,
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, one thing, sorry, I'm just going to divert
No worries.
topic. So, there are people, right? Don't get me wrong, me, I have a thick skin,
Yeah.
right? But then, like, I just think to myself, I'm like, what's your IQ? What's your reasoning? Because people will be like, Prezzo umezeka. I'm like, man, I never denied that.
Of course.
So in life, it's either one or two things. Either you die young or you live old,
Yeah.
right? So if you're given that option, my brother, which would you pick? Either you die young or you live old.
I don't want to die young.
You see what I mean? So for me, I embrace, brother, you know, some people, they hide their age and whatnot. Me, any day above ground for me is a blessing.
Yeah.
Keep in mind all the things that I've been through, the crazy lifestyle that I lived, all of that, you know, I give thanks, you know, because I'm here. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. I'm in good health. My family is in good health. My friends, you know, me and you are in good health. You know what I'm saying? Things like those, you know, I taught myself, like, any day I wake up like this, protocol, I just have to say thank you.
Yeah. True.
All day, every day, you know. So it really disturbs me when I see people saying, because broski, did I say, like, you know, I'm gonna be forever young, you know? So instead of you appreciating that, yeah, we celebrate this guy, they're like, hey, Prezzo Mizeka. So you want me to jump off a cliff or what? You know? Doesn't make sense, you
Yeah.
know. But then again, you know, there are people who just talk for the sake of just talking and trying to put you down.
Yeah.
But man, they've been doing that ever since way back then. Another example is, you know, people have this perception of Prezz, like, yeah, you know, Prezz, madawa ya kulevya, Prezz ulevi. That's why today when I came to your podium, right, I said I'm not even gonna wear shades, you know.
Yeah.
Because if I wear shades, then they'll be like, kuna kitu alikuwa naficha labda
Yeah.
macho za.
Yeah. The
You know what I'm
eyes must
saying?
be hiding
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
But whether you do good or bad, you know, people will always talk. And so, you know, like I always say, man, you know, no, your exact words, you're like, I came to think about it. I'm like, all these people that I'm worried about have not even one day fed me. They've not clothed me.
Yeah.
They've not put shelter. You understand? Once you have that kind of mentality, then you're going to live stress-free.
True.
You know what I mean? So when you know, because as human beings, mtu atafurahia maendeleo yako.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People are always trying to pull you down.
They're always trying to pull you down. When you make money, they'll say, oh, uyu Illuminati. Ama, oh, uyu wash. Ama, oh, uyu. And maybe, you know, like you're actually working hard to make ends meet, you know. Ama, uyu, I'm a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know.
He gave up his kid.
But nobody can say, hey, you know, bro, man, you know, no, he put blood, sweat, and tears into his work, into his business, into, you know,
his music, his
and
podcast.
now,
Yeah.
and now he's
Reaping
the fruits. You know,
Yeah.
it's always Ali sacrifice, you know.
Yeah.
So for me and anybody who's watching this, man, again, your own words. If they're not feeding you, if they're not dressing you, if they're not, man, go about your life, you know, because regardless, they're still going to talk, you know.
True.
So you just have to kill them with success. So all these things that they say, oh, you know, Prezzo, drugs, this, and that, you know, I ask myself, I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, they've been saying this since 2004,
Yeah.
okay? Not even once from 2004 to date, yeah, have they ever had that Prezz was in a rehab. Not even once, you know. I went for an event like for Bahati, and when I went there, honest to God, I was fatigued, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't even touched a drink, nothing, right? So, but you know, I was overworking myself like back to back, like I had some constructions I was doing and ABC. So even when Bahati called me and said, brother, you remember? Because he called me a week prior.
Yeah.
He told me, bro, please
Show up.
make sure you get some time. And that's a brother who I also hold with high regards. Like I'm a bigger brother to him. Like he would call me and tell me, yo, I'm going through this and that, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? So when he called me, like he caught me off guard because I had totally forgotten about it.
Yeah.
So I started juggling. I'm like, man, and he told me a week before, so I have no excuses for this. I said, cool. when I went there, I had a seizure, right? I don't have history of epilepsy, none of that, you know. So I remember getting there, got to the red carpet, and then they started like, you know, doing interviews and stuff. And I was there, you know, cool, calm, collected, you know, we're talking and everything. And then I switched off.
Yeah.
So I had the seizure, maybe lasted like maybe 30 seconds or so. So when I got back from it, I didn't know what happened. And thank God for that, because I was just at the entrance, you
Yeah.
know. Thank God for that, because had I have known what happened, then I would have just made a U-turn
Yeah.
and gone back. You see?
Yeah.
But something just wasn't adding up, in the sense that I see people surrounding me.
You're like, why are you surrounding me, man?
Yeah. So then again, I was like, but it's Prezz, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just. And then one of the security came and gave me my watch. You know, so I'm thinking to myself, yo, what time did you?
Take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this friend called Tumbili. He came, gave me my phone. So, but my mind is focused on the show.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be late for it, right? So even when they gave me the phone, you know, like it wasn't adding up, but I kept it moving.
Yeah.
So they showed me to my seat and everything. So when I was watching the show, I started feeling like the side of my mouth. Like
Pulling.
there was like a burning sensation.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, man, hii homa yenye inakuja kunipata,
Normal.
ni wagwan. Then I'm like, so you know, there's this thing when you have a cold sore, when you touch it is when now it blows out of proportion. So I'm just watching the show and everything, but I'm feeling it like on both sides. So when I had the seizure, like I beat myself, right? But anyway, you know, we keep it moving. So we're watching the show and everything. When the show was over, no, even when I went to sit down, like the people next to me, they were extra nice, you know. I'm like, man, this is not usual. But it's Prezz though, in my mind that is.
Yeah.
So we watched the show. When the show was done, as we were walking out, the first person came and told me, Prezzo, are you good? I told him, yeah, thank God, man, everything nice. And you? They're like, yeah, we're good. I take 2 steps forward, and then another person comes to me and says, Prezz, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, don't I look okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, 2 steps, the next
Another
person, the next person. Then now when I got outside, like outside now that dome, Tumbili comes to me and tells me, hey bro, vipi uko sawa? I'm like, yeah, niko sawa. Because now after the whole show, people were going to the dining room to have a meal.
Yeah.
Now, when I sat down with Tumbili, he told me, hey bro, unajua mazee ulituogopesha. You know, I'm like, what
What
mean?
are you talking about,
Yeah.
man?
And then he took his phone and showed me.
Yeah.
So when I was on the floor, the audacity, people, instead of like, you know, trying to help, you know, they were all on their phones.
Recording.
Yeah. Recording and stuff, you know. So for me, I was like, yo, damn, man. But, you know, I wasn't amused or anything. I wasn't surprised or anything. I was just like, let me see. I looked at that footage, bro. I looked at it and I looked around. I was like, yo, it's time to go.
Yeah.
When I got into the car, it started disturbing me. I'm like, yo, these people. And then now when you go to the comment section, they're like, sinakwambia madawa ya kulevya.
Ndio hiyo ame catch up sasa.
Sinakwambia madawa ya kulevya, you know?
Yeah.
Thank God, you know, like, for me, it doesn't bother me. But then I was just like, you know, it's a cold world out there, you know?
You gotta love yourself.
You gotta love yourself, bro, because there's nobody who's coming to your rescue. You know what I mean? So things like those, you know, like are some turbulence that, you know, I would go through.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I'm like, okay, cool. Sawa, hata kama natumia madawa ya kulevya ni mimi, ama ni mimi natumia, ni mwili yako ama ni yangu. You know what I'm saying? And then again, you know, I have no history with epilepsy.
Yeah.
So everybody, all sorts of things. Oh, you kifafa. Oh, you madawa kulevya. Oh, you
Yeah.
you know,
I
but
think people are gonna speak always. Even when nothing happens, people will say, what is happening to this guy? Why are we not hearing about him? Why are we not getting any negative stuff from him now?
yeah,
You know?
trust me. So such is life, my brother. I'm sorry I had to divert that
No.
topic.
Thanks for sharing that, because I think it also gives credit to the fact that people don't care. People are just about getting a story to tell.
Yeah.
They just want to get a story to tell the world. I was there when this happened.
Yeah.
And I recorded it. I have the evidence. Here, look.
Yeah, just to get traction on their
On
blogs or whatever.
Yeah, which is
know?
sad. One of the things I'm proudest about today, man, is that I hosted a president. This is the first president I'm hosting, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
My
Appreciate
hope is
it, bro.
eventually to host as many presidents as I can.
Absolutely.
But I'm
man.
happy that you are graceful enough and humble enough to show up here, man.
Absolutely,
and
bro.
have this chat with me, man.
Absolutely. And you know, also your hospitality, I gotta give it to you.
Thanks, man.
Like, you know, at the end of the day, you see, like, this conversation is just flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to know about your motorbike accident.
Yeah.
You know, so we have a couple of things in common.
Yeah, true.
Uko Maju.
Yeah. Canada.
Uko, this guy's wrote you off, like, you know, you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get a chance like that, when you get a second chance, brother, you look at life from a different perspective.
True.
You know what I mean? You said you can ride your bike at the tracks, but you can't do it
On the street.
on the street.
Yeah, no more. Yeah.
Because, you know, these things, bro, we take them lightly, but, you know, at the end of the day, once you're given a second chance, bro, man, you just have to be grateful. Because, you know, there are people who have minor accidents and they're not with us no more.
True.
Very minor accidents, bro.
Mine was bad, man.
You
And
know,
I'm grateful for life, you know, to be here.
absolutely, bro. You can say that again. And now you're blessed with your daughter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I do here is I borrowed this from the president of the U.S., where I treat all guests.
Yeah.
You want to take that?
No.
Okay.
It's cool.
So I treat all guests like presidents, and I'm happy today I don't treat you like a president because you are a president.
Yes, sir.
So when a president comes into office in the U.S., they normally get a letter from the previous guest on the previous president. in the White House.
Yeah.
And so what we do here is ask questions and have a chat.
Yeah.
The guest who was here most recent left a question for you,
Yeah.
and you also get to leave a question for the next guest on the show.
Okay.
So your question is, how much of your work matters to you vis-a-vis doing it to get by?
Sorry, come again?
How much of your work matters to you? I think I'm going to leave it at that. How much of your work matters to you?
You know, when we talk about work, right, we're talking about securing the bag. Sindio? So, you know, right now, my work is everything that I've got because I have a big family behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the head of the house. I got, you know, my mother, I got my siblings. So when it comes to securing the bag, I give it 110% because I got bills to pay, you know, so I would never fumble a bag.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I had a before the culture show.
Yeah.
Right? I had a show in Embu on that Friday.
Yeah.
Right? So I went, did the sound check on Friday when it was raining, and then I got into the car, went to Embu for that show.
Yeah.
To secure that bag. When I was done with that show, I had to make a U-turn and come back to Nairobi
For your show.
and secure this other bag. So it means everything to me because that's where I can make sure the whole family is good. I can make sure I pay the bills. I can make sure everything is in perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it matters to me 110%. Now more than before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guest also asked another question. How do you sleep at night?
Yeah. Can I be honest with you? I go to YouTube and then I play those rain
Yeah.
sound
the rain
effects.
sounds, yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
gives you peace, man. Puts you in another zone.
yeah, trust me. I listen to that, and then you can pick like if you want the ones with the thunder. Yeah, so
You
that's
can
how.
select what you want,
Yeah, you can
literally.
select what you want.
Yeah.
Technology.
Of course.
Yeah.
Technology.
And then the crazy part is when you look at the numbers, yeah, on those rain soundtracks,
Yeah.
you
Millions,
realize,
man.
yeah,
People do that.
Yeah, it's just like Cocomelo.
Yeah.
Cocomelo, bro. When you look at the numbers, you're like, yo, why didn't I think of this before?
You know?
Yeah,
Ah, man. Thank you very much, man. Here's the opportunity to write your question to the next guest on the show.
for sure, for sure.
I normally don't see the question, by the way, until
Yeah.
the guest is seated right before me and I'm just about to ask the question.
Okay,
Yeah.
excuse my writing,
No worries, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, you are professional. You really don't see the.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Gotcha, my bro.
Your Prezz, thanks for hanging out with me, man.
Man, you know, like this conversation could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
When you're in an area where it's just full of good vibes, from when we walked through the door,
Yeah.
we found your bro there, and then like you started like we started conversating while we were having breakfast,
Yeah.
and you told me about your brother who was getting married. Like it just kicked off from the word go.
Yeah.
So if somebody came into that room and saw us vibing, they would think like, yo, this guy's probably they've been
Friends
boys
for long, yeah.
the longest, you know. So I want to appreciate you for the hospitality as well.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed because you're not asking me, so what are your government names? Yeah, bro, I've answered that question so many times that
Maybe it's because I know your government names. Jackson McKinney Ngeshu.
absolutely, bro. But then you see, some people don't have those skills. So for them, the first thing is, so what do you go?
Yeah.
Like, really? I mean, we have this session here with the...
Yeah, I think this was good for me, though, because I really wanted to know you. You know,
Yeah.
like just hang out and have a good conversation as if we're just hanging out in a park somewhere, just having a chat.
Yeah.
And hopefully the folks who are going to watch this are also going to know something about you, but not only that, learn a lesson from this, learn something else from this that they haven't learned elsewhere.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
So I also want to give you the flowers as well. Appreciate you, man, and all the best with, the podcast thingy.
Thank you very
And
much.
trust me, like when you're committed to something, the man upstairs, he got you, he just wants to see how passionate you are about how bad you want it.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at you, bro. Like you got all the equipments and stuff. And I can imagine you traveling with all of this.
Yeah, I
bro.
travel with all of it as well, man.
It's not light work, bro.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And God bless, man.
Thank you very much.
You and your family for your brother's wedding.
Yeah.
Tell him as a Prezz amesema, all the best, unajua.
Yeah, man. Kevo umesikia hiyo, eh?
For sure,
Yeah.
Nothing but love, man. I really enjoyed myself. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah. If people watching us today didn't hear anything out of everything you said, what is the one thing you'd love them to leave here knowing?
I'd like them to know that, success is on the other side of fear. And in life, how you going to win if you don't play?
True.
Point blank, period.
I've been hanging out with the president himself.
Yes, sir.
CMB Prezzo. We've
Yes.
had a nice conversation here. I think if you made it this far, it's probably because you did like this episode. So if you haven't yet, do subscribe to this channel and remember to tell your friends, to tell their friends. I'm going to put Prezz's socials in the description to this video below so you can go and follow him and find out what's going on in his life. He always has nice things coming up, has nice shows coming up.
Kabisa.
And you can always follow him up. And, he's a great guy. He was telling me right now that he met some guys in the street outside my gate and he's just going to bless them with something.
Yeah,
which is really amazing, man.
100%, bro.
Till next time, do take care. Kwaheri.
Hey.